TikTok
Good
time to
evening, good. Oh, sorry.
TikTok time to rock. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone who's watching from all over the world. Your friendly neighborhood philosopher here, D Wood. With me now, got the Apostate Prophet.
Hey, that's me.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
That's pretty good. Hey, this 2 days in a row we've been live, man.
That's true. But you asked me what's up and how I'm doing, and I just wonder, do you really want to know how I'm doing? Do you really want to ask what's up?
No, that's like a formality type thing.
In a world full of suffering, what does it matter how I'm doing and what I'm doing? What does it matter what's up and what's not up? As a species, as a people. Anyway, never mind. I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, no one actually wants to know how you're doing when they ask that question. It's sort of a polite formality thing.
That's kind of a funny thing, since I came to America, it's like in America, it's a great tradition. It's a great thing that when you go to the store or something, when you go anywhere, they're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And it's like you're not supposed to actually say anything, but I always say, "Good, how are you doing?" And every
Mhm.
single time they're surprised.
Um, but yeah, just so you know, AP,
What?
anything you could say if you're like, no, things are going really bad. It's like things are going way worse for other people, so you shouldn't be complaining.
Exactly.
So it's better to just keep quiet about that stuff.
That was exactly my point.
That's what I'm saying. And I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. See
You know what's weird about people? You
what?
could say like something could happen in front of them, like like someone could like break an arm or something like that. A little kid could break an arm in front of someone and they'd be and then they could hear like 10,000 people died in this other country, and like the kid crying in front of them would affect them more than simply hearing about thousands of people who died in some other place that's not like in front of them.
Yep.
And so like there's a proximity issue. Like the closer it is to you, the more it impacts you, even if it's nothing compared to what's going on farther away.
Yes, that's true.
Isn't that weird?
It is not weird at all. It's very normal.
No, I'm saying my theory. Here's my theory, but this is all just based on experience and observation. So I don't know if this is like an actual. I don't know if this is in the psychological literature, but my theory is that people with antisocial personality disorder are locked into the bird's eye view. In other words, someone being horribly massacred in front of them is the same thing to them as hearing the news that 10,000 people died in some other country. And so like like for a normal person, they hear 10,000 people die and they go, "Oh, that sucks so bad," but it doesn't have the impact of someone like just one person like actually going through something horrible right in front of them. And so I think, and I said this because I saw it in a movie, and right before he said it, it's what I thought. But he was playing a psychopath. It was Tom Cruise, and he's in that movie, and the guy's going, Tom Cruise had just killed someone. He's a hitman. He just killed someone. And Jamie Foxx is driving the cab, and he starts telling him how messed up he is. And the guy goes, "You ever heard of Rwanda? Million people died, and you're complaining about one fat guy I just killed, right?" And he's like, but it was like, that's what I always think. Like, oh, no, this guy got killed. Like, what? It's like people got killed all over the planet yesterday. Why didn't that bother you? So anyway,
That's true. That's fun.
anyway, that my entire life. Anytime anyone's going through something horrible and messed up, it's always like, stuff people around the world are going through way worse. Why are you crying about this? Why is this bothering you so much? And then I saw it in that movie, and I was like, wait a minute, he's playing a psychopath. Maybe that's how people think. But anyway, I think and it's not just geographically. It's not, oh, there's horrible suffering in other parts of the world, so why would I care about this little bit that's going on right in front of me? It's also temporal. It's like, you're already dead, man. In the grand scheme of things, we're all already dead.
It kind of makes sense. It's kind of it's called proximity bias in psychology, and I guess if you are not so you care more about stuff that happens around you or close to you than when it is very far away and it is very difficult to relate to. But I guess if as a person with antisocial personality disorder, the people around you are also you're also not very proximate to the people around you, and you're just all about you, then it's all the same to you.
And the temporality thing, because you know this Augustine guy, right? Saint Augustine, some would say.
Yes.
You got this Augustine guy. He has this section in his Confessions where he talks about this. He talks about him and his buddies when they were teenagers stealing these pears from someone's pear tree. So they're having a big rowdy night, and they're walking around. And they see a neighbor's pears, and they shake the pears out of the dude's pear trees, and they eat a couple, and then they feed a couple to some pigs or something like that. But he was saying they weren't especially good pears. They're just average pears. And anyway, he has this big long section flipping out on himself over these pears. And like people make fun of their like pears, that's what bothers you, pears. Whereas his point was there was no reason to steal the pears. He's saying that all sorts of other things he's done in life, but there's always a point to it. You can steal something that's wrong, but you're stealing it because there's a point to it. You want to steal it to have it for yourself. Or you might beat someone up or kill someone. And it might be because you're enraged or because you want to rob him or there might be all kinds of reasons for it. What bothered him about the pears that stood out to him more than anything else was there was no reason to do it at all. He didn't need the money. They didn't need the pears. They weren't hungry. There was no reason to do it other than it was just something wrong. It was something wrong to do. And so he goes on about how we like to do wrong things, even if there's no point to it. But anyway, I was thinking about that sort of thing. And let me give you an example here of what I'm thinking of, because there's a few times I can think of where I just did something. There was no point to it, right? But so anyway, this one time.
Okay, just so you're not offended, and you are aware, because I know you care a lot about that, and you might be upset. I am still listening. I just got to check my camera.
Yeah, no one cares. There are other people in the world listening other than you, just because you're
There's
the one I
nobody.
see. So check this out. I was like, I don't know, it was like fifth grade or something. Fifth grade. I'm walking home from school and I pass by this yard and someone has this new, cool looking puppy. It was a Rottweiler mixed with something else, but it looked super cool. Had these cool rings around its eyes and stuff like this. Anyway, I see this puppy in someone's yard. So I steal the puppy, right? I was like, hey, I'll take this puppy. So I took the puppy and then I was raising the dog as my own. And then after a few months, I don't know, I lost him somehow, right? So I lost this dog. But anyway, notice I was stealing the puppy because I thought the puppy was cool and I liked the puppy. And I wanted the puppy for myself because it looked cool. Okay, so I stole something that was wrong, but I had a reason for doing it. Fast forward, I think this was like ninth grade, maybe. I don't know. 8th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, somewhere in there. But riding a bike home from school, and same thing. I see this puppy in someone's yard. Only this time I don't want the puppy, but I make the puppy follow me, right? I make the puppy follow me on my bike, and I ride my bike, and I ride slow enough that this puppy can follow me. Anyway, I go a few miles, and I start riding my bike really fast, and the puppy keeps chasing me, but then he can't, and then he gives up because he can't keep up with me. So I'm looking back at that, right? And I'm going, okay, the first time I stole someone's puppy because I wanted the puppy for myself. This time I just like led the puppy a couple miles away and then left him there. Now, I don't know, maybe that puppy could sniff his way home. I don't know. But anyway, like I was thinking back on that, I was going, that's a different kind of messed up because there was no reason to do it. That was just me being a total evil scumbag towards someone and their dog. But when I think about that, so I'll sit there and I'll try to think of like Augustine focusing on that, hey, there was no reason to do something and yet I did it anyway, that shows you like human depravity and evil. We will do something even when there's no point to it, just to do something wrong. But as soon as I think that, I think, well, how everything turned out for that puppy, that thing's dead, long dead. So he could have, he maybe found his way home, maybe he didn't, maybe someone else took him in, maybe he had a great life, maybe he had a horrible life, but he's all dead. So what's it matter? Now I understand there's something screwed up about that thinking too. But anyway, that just kicks in, man. Kicks in like clockwork.
Clockwork Orange.
Someone said, "Did I steal the bike?" No, not that one. But I did steal. I think I stole my first not my first bike, but my first bike that I stole was I was 6. I was 6. I was with another kid, and this is dumb. We're walking back, and we're about to move. We're about to move from Massachusetts to West Virginia, and I didn't have a bike. I don't remember why I didn't have a bike. I know I had a bike sometime before that, but for some reason I didn't have a bike. And I was walking with this other kid, and there was this little store. It was like they had candles and stuff in there mostly, but then they had like knives. And this kid, he left his bike out in front of the store, but he flipped it upside down. And I never understood that. People would flip their bike upside down like that's a way to keep someone from taking your bike. Like it only takes like half a second to flip the bike back over. Anyway, we were going by there, so we just take the bike, and then we go back, and then police even showed up at the door later. But we're like, huh, what? You saw some kids running this way, man. They might have gone down that path over there. I bet they went down that path. Anyway.
That's interesting.
Anyway, my point is, I want to like figure some of this stuff out and find out. I want to connect all that. I want to connect all that and figure it out. But my theory is, because again, like whenever I think about like a dog, that was messed up. That was a messed up thing to do. But the dumb dog is well, I can't say dumb. Might have been the smartest dog. Well, then he shouldn't have followed me. But anyway. But then I think the dog's dead. So it doesn't matter, but it does matter. It did matter. Anyway, it's hard. It's hard to figure out. What?
Nothing.
Hey, so have you heard about this Netanyahu dude?
Yes, I'm just focused on my camera, man. My camera's on focus. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. I have no idea why.
Put your hand in front of it and see if it autofocuses on it.
I just did that. It didn't help.
If it doesn't, then it doesn't seem like you have it on auto. Seems like you have it on manual and have it on the wrong.
I have to mess with it now, but if I mess with it, I have to.
You can leave it. You can leave it. It's not that important. You can figure it out tomorrow.
Fine.
Hey, everyone. Hey, what does this mean? D Wood cringe. What's cringe? What is this? Free puppies. What do you mean? Someone's giving away free puppies, or we need to free the puppies?
Someone's giving away free puppies.
Oh, because someone before that said free Palestine, and then someone said free puppies.
Oh, that makes sense.
Hey, so did you hear? Did you hear about?
I did.
Netanyahu was actually supposedly killed by powerful Iranian stuff, and that's weird to me because they're pretty good. Israel's pretty good about having bunkers and stuff, and you would assume that he would be, deep in some bunker stuff. And yet, the Iranian missiles got him, according to a bunch of posts on X. So it's the best stuff, ladies and gentlemen. David, one day you should have a live telling us about your childhood stories. Well, sadly, some people who know me said I need to give warnings before I share my childhood stories. They said I need to warn people because I would just blurt like one day, which I thought was totally not, because I was like 7 or something like that, 6 or 7 when I burned that forest down. And I just blurted it out one day, and they're like, "Hey, you can't be doing that, man. Can't be just saying that you burn stuff down, man. You got to give us warnings." Like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
Hey. Oh, Israel killed a bunch of more people. Head of the Basij paramilitary force, which is An organization responsible for that is supposedly called the for the oppressed something, but they are very, very active in oppressing the Iranian population. Iran killed their leader. Israel killed their leader, um, and carried out a bunch of other attacks. Pretty smooth.
Hmm.
Pretty smooth.
That's interesting because in one of these videos, I think the one from today, Netanyahu's talking about all the people on his list. That's pretty crazy. But then all these other people are saying, "No, this is AI generated. It's AI generated. He's not real. He doesn't exist right there." So anyway, we're gonna get to the bottom of this, ladies and gentlemen. Not the way the Zut got to the bottom of things in the desert with Muhammad, but we're gonna get to the bottom of things. We're gonna go through the videos and see, and then we're gonna check out people's posts and how everyone's recognizing that these things are totally fake, and then we'll after and then everyone can give their theories. We'll have a poll, not in the Zut sense, but we'll have a poll in the end whether Netanyahu's alive or not. So we're gonna check that out. Um,
It's such a cancer, man. This the we were talking about it yesterday. AI could serve a purpose of acquiring so much information, of learning things, of improving things, and I know that there are lots of people who are kind of anti-AI and all that, and I understand why, and I understand their reasoning, I understand their concerns. If you use it for good things, it is extremely beneficial, extremely useful, very, very good. And I like using its very good and very helpful aspects as well. And I hope that it improves significantly in that direction. The thing is, it's also AI is also very much in the hands of people who often do not have the best moral values and concerns on their minds. So it can often go into very, very wrong directions. And it can also be easily manipulated and used by people online to spread all kinds of misinformation, all kinds of lies, all kinds of nonsense. And other people who are not very familiar with it might easily fall for it. Some people who are familiar with it might easily fall for it. And right now there is just so much misinformation going on with it, with AI, but also with the internet, with social media in general. Social media should serve as a place where you can properly share information, and where you can properly exchange actual things that are happening, or whatever it is. But stuff like this goes viral and actually goes somewhere. People spread the idea that Netanyahu was killed. Thousands of people. The first posts about it get like dozens of thousands of likes, millions of shares. People fall for it. People all believe in it. All believe in it. And then until you can debunk it and prove that he's actually not dead, so many people have already bought into it, and they want to believe that. Which is why when you tell them that he's not actually dead, they're like, "Oh no, you're just lying. You're covering up for
they
Israel."
paid you 7,000 shekels.
7,000. And the same thing is like, for example, the other day, this absolutely despicable and disgusting. This recording went viral, a voice recording, which is supposedly Erica Kirk.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
the moment it spreads, you can't stop it.
yeah,
Even
recruiting,
after it's debunked, you can't stop it.
hiring people for Jeffrey Epstein to traffic and abuse them. Supposedly, it got it now has over 10 or 20 million views or something. It started spreading everywhere. Now, so many people out there actually think, oh, it has been revealed that Erica Kirk was involved in some human trafficking thing and was connected to Jeffrey Epstein. The recording was an old recording that is part of the Jeffrey Epstein investigations. That was actually the voice of somebody else, of one
Yeah,
of the
they
people
know
who.
exactly who that was.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Haley something Robson. It was her voice. At that time, Erica Kirk was like 16 years old or something like that. So it's clearly not her voice. But that information with breaking, leaked recording of Erica Kirk recruiting girls uncovered or something like that went viral, and now it's everywhere. It has been
And you can't stop it.
debunked,
Hmm.
but so many people out there already believe this and now continue spreading complete garbage about Erica Kirk and about others because of this. This is like, the filth that results with people abusing misinformation, abusing AI, abusing social media. It's incredible.
It is. It's seriously. And by the way, everyone, that's the actual point of this live stream, this topic. The point really, like the Netanyahu thing is an example of what's going on just because it's the one that's been trending for the past couple days. But the real point is just like what's going on with AI and mass manipulation and so on, that you have AI and it's supposed to be this tool that makes information more accessible, that gives you more access to more information more quickly, and is supposed to help us get to the truth more rapidly. And yet it's being used to basically help conspiracy theories pop up and be harder to refute. Because now, if you say something and someone says you're wrong, here's the proof. I've got video proof that you're wrong. People just say, no. Your video proof is actually AI. You made that, right? That's what's going on. So supposedly, depending on your theory, Benjamin Netanyahu has been posting all these videos, even responding to people who are saying that he's no longer with us. And then people are saying every last one is AI. And they'll point out all these little, look, he has 6 fingers and this and that. But it's like, I mean, I'm guessing there would be enough. He could give enough evidence, like if he appears live with other world leaders and this and that, because he posted a video earlier today with Mike Huckabee, and Mike Huckabee shared the video, and then everyone's jumping on Mike Huckabee. Why are you helping the Israel lie about this? Why are you helping? Shame on you. And so him being in a video with Mike Huckabee is not enough to convince people. So you'd have to think like, okay, but maybe him being on stage with a bunch of other people, but I don't even know at this point. It's pretty wild, because now basically anyone can believe anything they want. They can believe any new conspiracy put out by anyone they like on X. How do you refute it? Any refutation they can say is AI. Like anything that is used as evidence against them, they say is AI. Anything they want to believe, that's not AI. That's as good as gold. That's as good as gold. And this is just getting started. Like right now, people are saying, look, this video of Netanyahu is actually AI. Look at this screenshot right here. This doesn't make sense. And it's like, okay, well, suppose you're right. And that's how you know that this is actually AI. Okay, what happens 3 years from now when the AI videos are indistinguishable from anything you could possibly record? They're just completely indistinguishable. Then what?
Nothing.
Then you can call anything AI. And it'll get to the point where, like, how do you know you guys are watching us right now? How do you know you're watching us? And how do you know this isn't AI? How do you know that we weren't ended earlier? And then someone just said, okay, AI, make a long live stream of David and AP just talking like David and AP do. Here is their entire backlog of live streams. Put all this into your system and just talk about this topic the way they talk about it. Like, how would you even know at that point? So in other words, it's getting pretty darn creepy, guys. Getting pretty darn creepy. Fun times ahead, though. Let's take these first couple super chats, AP, and then we're going to jump into. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and check out the first video quick, because we're not going to watch the entire thing because it's in some weird foreign language that no one understands. But so here's what people. Well, let me put it. People were saying already that Netanyahu was killed in an Iranian strike. Now, I would already assign a very low probability to that because they have pretty darn good security. They're pretty quick to get people in bunkers. They have bunkers all over the place. And if you're the PM, I'm guessing, I don't know this, but I'm guessing they have you like 20 stories underground when attacks are coming in. So that's why it would be very surprising to me to see this actually happening. But anyway, so people were saying that he was taken out. All of a sudden, this video was posted of him giving a speech. Here we go.
אזרחי ישראל, אחיי ואחיותיי,
AI.
אנחנו בימים היסטוריים, ימים שירשמו בתולדות ישראל. במבצע שאגת הארי, השאגה שלנו הולכת ומתגברת. אנחנו קודשים את משטר הטרור באיראן. אנחנו פוגעים וקודשים את עושה דברו, החיזבאללה בלבנון.
Good point.
בשילוב זרועות חסר תקדים.
Yeah, I know this is AI because he's speaking some other language, and I always hear him and he's speaking English. So anyway, guys, so people are saying that this is AI. Not it's like a green screen or something like that. This is artificial intelligence. He is not actually there. He is no longer with us. And Israel is trying to cover it up by posting these AI videos. And they'll say things like, okay, so there, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there you go. See that? Look at his right hand. So the hand that is on your left, but his right, right? So look, you can see a thumb. So notice you see a thumb, you see a pointer finger up, and then you see 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3. And then you see what kind of looks like, it kind of looks like another finger down at the bottom. And other people are saying, no, that's just the part of his hand right there. It's just part of his hand. But anyway, people are
5 fingers, man. It's literally just 5 fingers.
Yeah. And what was crazy is some people were pointing out like things where he's holding up his hand. You see 5 fingers, and they're going, look at 6 fingers, and then everyone's going, oh my goodness, 6 fingers. I'm looking, and I'm like. I'm like that song that what's that guy's name? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kept like counting. I was like, no, that's 5. At least on the hand that's his right hand there. At least I see what they're even talking about there. There's I think that's just like this part of his hand right here, and it's just the way it's pointing. So anyway, but at least I understand what they're pointing to there. But on the other ones, they're like, he's just got five fingers. It's just like 5 fingers. Like, look, that's 6. And they're all going, yes, that's 6. And I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you talking about? Anyway, matter of fact, I'll give you an example because it was at 55 seconds. This is what AI, there you go, right there. They were saying that's 6 fingers. Now I count 1, 2, 3. No, unless they're saying that since the thumb, based on the angle, looks like the same length, and so they're thinking that's actually 5 fingers and the thumb's not showing. Whereas if you see him moving, you see that's actually his thumb. But that was AI. AI was, and this is what's really disturbing. AI is not just examining the video. AI is sort of reading everyone else's responses. And people are saying, Grok, right here, is this AI? And Grok was responding, yes. At the 55-second mark, he clearly has 6 fingers, which means this is AI. And I'm like, are you joking? You can go right before this and that. You see that's his thumb because he's moving his hand. And so that's what Grok, who people are asking to confirm whether this is AI or not, is actually taking people's comments into account where they're all going, it's 6 fingers, it's 6 fingers, it's 6 fingers. And Grok is saying 6 fingers at the 55-second mark, prove that this is AI. And I'm like, Grok, you didn't come up with that yourself because that's not what happens if you actually watch it. People are taking screenshots. And yeah, you can tell that is definitely his thumb when you're watching it. But so anyway, weird stuff going on. But anyway, guys, so that's what's going on in this video.
To be fair, Grok is a very stupid AI, so it's one of the less reliable AIs when it comes to delivering proper information.
Do not let Elon hear you say that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's very funny, man. You know, like people have this whole thing, this whole obsession with praising everything that comes from Elon Musk, or that is kind of more in line with their views and all that. But Grok is just, I mean, in some ways it's good, but in other ways it is just absolutely terrible. Like you can easily manipulate it. It's just bad. It's bad. And it actually takes Reddit posts and Twitter posts as a reliable source of information, which you can see in that case. It's very dumb.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of the AI do that with when people ask about some objection to Islam, and it's like, you're giving a dawah response, man. You're giving a straight dawah response, which means it's just going to dawah articles and using them as information and then giving those responses. But anyway, what I find interesting about this entire situation, what we were talking about, that someone can say, here's Erica Kirk working for Epstein, and people will run with that, and then by the time people go in and correct it, it's already spread all over the place and you actually can't stop it. That's what dawah was like back in the day. Zakir Naik would say something to an audience of 10,000 people. It would be complete idiotic nonsense. And then 10 million people would watch it online, all absorb this idea, and we're trying to refute that stuff, right? We're trying to refute, no, guys, what he just said is false. But how do you reach the 10,000 people who were there in the audience and the millions of people who saw it afterwards? It's like a ton of work, and you're never actually going to reach them all. You can just start trying to inform, hoping that it gets to a portion of them. But it's like the Dawa guys can make something up and it'll spread around the world instantly. And then it might take you years or decades to refute the lie. So they can come up with a lie in the 1970s. The Quran is proven true by the scientific miracles. It takes decades to refute that nonsense until you actually get them to drop it. And even then, even when all the Dawa guys drop it and no Muslim scholar uses it anymore, there's still Muslims all around the world using it. Or the perfect preservation. As soon as they start that complete lie, it spreads around the world until almost every Muslim believes perfect preservation, dot for dot, letter for letter, from the time the Quran was given to Muhammad. It's complete nonsense. It's totally fake. It's a lie. It's a lie according to their own sources. It's a lie according to the manuscript record. It's a lie according to just reality in the world today, that people around the world do use different versions of the Quran. And it takes forever. And so that's the situation with Dawah. It's one of the things that I found most repulsive about Dawah was these guys will just lie in a heartbeat. They'll say anything to get someone to convert. And it takes you forever to uncover the lie, because you've got an entire population that just loves being lied to for the sake of their religion. The idea that now the entire world is becoming like this, and that now anyone can put out anything and say anything, and you can never actually effectively respond to all of it. That's a pretty screwed up world that we all find ourselves in right now.
It's pretty messed up.
Pretty messed up. So anyway, guys, this is the video where everyone started posting claims that this is fake, that he's not really there, that this is all AI generated. AI generated. We'll just look at the little end here because it cuts to a different angle.
החילוץ הן הפוכות. בכל העולם רוצים לברוח ממוקדי הלחימה. ורק אצלכם בישראל כולם רוצים לחזור. מניין הרוח הזאת, הוא תמיד שואל אותי. ואני עונה לו. זה סוד ההצלחה שלנו. זה החוסן של העם שלנו. זה כוח האמונה שלנו. האמונה בנצח ישראל.
Good point.
שאלות.
So that's what they're saying is 100% AI generated.
I agree with him on every single thing he said.
Yeah, that was a powerful speech. So let's look at a couple of these real quick. Oh, nope. Oops. That's Andrew Tate. That's before. That's the Sneeko stuff. Anyway, so check this out. And then you have all these news accounts, right? And lots of them are Iran. They'll say like Iran something or Russia something. But check it out. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Netanyahu's death has been confirmed. It's been confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. Big breaking. This is Russia force. Now, what's messed up is a lot of these posts will have 50, 60, 70,000 likes and like 8,000 shares and stuff like that. And it's like, you can say whatever you want, man. But this one says, big breaking. Officially, Netanyahu, his wife, and his defense minister have been ended in Iranian airstrikes. It's also
what does that even mean officially?
Yeah. Oh, and I actually searched for this exact line, officially Netanyahu, because I noticed the same exact line multiple times. And then I searched for it. It's like dozens and dozens of these interesting news sites are all posting officially Netanyahu, his wife, and they're all posting the exact same thing.
Big breaking.
Salahu says, news. If the rumor is true, Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu has been ended by Iranian forces. What's weird is they always have the see more thing, but it's not like clicking to see more. It's just ... see more, and it doesn't do anything, right? So that's one thing. Breaking, Benjamin Netanyahu has been ended by an Iranian missile in Tel Aviv. This is Dissident Wire, and they've got the picture of him like being his corpse being pulled from the rubble there. I've seen lots of those. And then, look here. Iran Army media. Breaking. Officially, Netanyahu's wife and his defense minister have been ended in Iranian airstrikes. It's official.
Allahu Akbar.
Hey, look, and here you've got extra proof. In case you were doubting and you didn't know, hey, should I trust this? Here you have. Just in, a French colonel confirms that the Netanyahu, not just a Netanyahu, the Netanyahu, died on March 11th during massive Iranian retaliatory strikes, and that the public announcement is scheduled for within 24 hours by the IDF. So this is March 11th. March 11th. So within 24 hours. So by March 12th, ladies and gentlemen, by March 12th, that's 5 days ago. By March 12th, 5 days ago, the IDF will be announcing what happened. But keep in mind, just in case you didn't know whether you should trust this, it says a French colonel confirms this. Boom. Yeah, answer that, guys. Answer that. So all you people who think, no, he's still alive, this is all a lie. Well, guess what? You've got confirmation from a French colonel.
That's it.
In this ex-post, according to this ex-post. Boom. Hey, it's Tate again.
There should be a rule for reasonable, smart people to act, which is that if any account like that shares news, breaking, confirmed within so and so, any reasonable person should unfollow and put that account on their blacklist if there was such a thing. I think reasonably, there should be, if you could properly identify satire, accounts that do this like 3 times or so should be permanently banned on X. And there should be some proper system in place.
And by the way, that's the other thing that's really screwed up. You'll see an account, and so there are still tons of people who believe like this, right? But take some of the other examples that were like completely debunked, like the Iranian fighters destroyed and sank the USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier. And they posted videos. Of the aircraft carrier being bombarded and so on. And these posts were getting 50, 60, 70,000 likes and 8,000, 7,000, 6,500 shares and so on. It was complete nonsense. But the next day, you'll see on the same exact account, Iranian fighters took down 5 U.S. fighter jets. And it'll be like footage from a realistic looking video game. That's what it'll eventually get exposed. This is from a video game, right? 50,000 likes. The next day, they're posting something else. The next day, and every day, people are still sharing and passing that around. And it's like, and then it's, and Netanyahu's been killed. And everyone, oh my goodness, Netanyahu's been killed. It's like, what do you have to do? Well, let me put it this way. It seems like people don't care about the truth or reality or anything. It's just, what do I want to be the case? And let me just share stuff that confirms that. And it's like, AI is going to give people the ability to only hear or believe what they want to hear or believe, and anything else they can attribute to AI. In other words, it's going to make like the conspiracy issues like ramp up massively. Everyone's going to be in this. Anyway, let's take the first couple of super chats and then we will get to some of this. Shout out to Jack Ray for gifting some channel memberships there. Let's see. 10 minutes late, you see the proof. Proof of what? Proof that you're all early. Look, Chat David is always late because the AI is slow to make the show. We need grace. The AI master just needs a better PC.
That's true.
This is a Mac, and this is the most tricked out thing you can possibly get. So technology is not the issue. AP and D would go back in time to film the resurrection and only arrive in time for Pentecost. That's a pretty messed up way of saying you're always late. I'm ready to take my shahada. There is no God but Yahweh, and Jesus is his son. Oh, yeah, you forgot the last part. And Momo's a false prophet. BB is alive. Winger is not. He's a zombie nerd. Yeah, it's a good description. I want to know how AP is doing. I want to know even how David Wood's doing.
I'm doing splendid.
I already told
Thank you.
It doesn't matter. D. Wood is saying societies are built by empathy chains.
I don't see any chains.
No, societies are built by force. Proximities. That's your proximity thing. He went with proximities. A very articulate Turk. A very articulate Turk. D. Wood is doing Jordan Peterson and brainstorming with us. It is brainstorming. I try to figure stuff out because I always think if I could figure something out, then maybe you stop the next guy from going down a very dark direction. AP, you need to start charging David for this therapy session. Yeah, I'm sitting here.
Well, I would like to consider charging him. And it's like in the Jungian archetype, when it comes to analyzing the substrate of society, it's bloody hard.
Well, given what you just said, are you ready to? What will you think about converting to Islam?
Yes.
Nope. Then good. Can you imagine if hijab had been like, oh, I'm singing. See, that was the Quran. No, Muslims, they won many battles early on. Are you ready to convert to Islam? Could you imagine if Jordan Peterson be
Oh
like,
my goodness. I've never heard something like this before in my life.
So powerful.
Never heard something like this in my life. It's beautiful.
That would be the greatest proof of Islam ever to them. This is the proof. In Israel, we are totally bunkers. Netanyahu apparently alive. Oh my goodness, Jack Ray, that is the worst joke I've seen in at least a month. Netanyahu apparently, and then he has two pairs there. Sad. Popped up for a few minutes to say hello. Hey, Ida! Popped up for a few minutes to say hello. David starts to talk about puppy. Me, almost in tears. David, I don't care. Yeah, it's a nice to say goodnight. He fixed it. Nice way to say goodnight. Yeah, sorry about that. Why puppies are not cats? Cats are from Satan. Yeah, I only liked cats when I was growing up if they acted like dogs. Like I had this one cat who would fetch, and I liked that cat. Other than that, not a fan of cats. Sneeko says he's dead, so seems legit. Really? I haven't checked Sneeko's page. He blocked me again. Sad blocked me again. But, David, should I go see the movie Zootopia? Isn't that old? Isn't that an old movie?
I think there's a new one, isn't there?
Why would you go see it when you could just like watch it anywhere?
Because it's Zootopia.
Oh, Zootopia. Hey, dude, how have we not made Zootopia but Zoot with a U?
I don't know. I was walking around the other day and saw that advertised as Zootopia, and I thought, hey, that's nice.
Me and Mary Harb, probably in the next couple months, maybe this summer or something like that, we want to have a debate. Is Islam more gay or pedophilic, right? And we both agree that it's both, but we're going to argue which one it's more of, right? Is it more gay or more pedo? But anyway, so I'm going to have to do all the research. I'll pick. I'm fine with either side. I think she's fine with either side. But like Muhammad. But after I do all the research, after we do all the research on all the gay stuff, we should put all that together in a video and then call it Muhammad's Zootopia. How did we not name one of the Zoot videos Zootopia?
I don't know. Should have done that.
I got to do that, man. I might go back and change one of the thumbnails. Netanyahu has left, and Islamists so scared they think he's a ghost haunting them while he's still alive. Talk about living rent-free in people's heads. Me and AP were talking about that yesterday. Like, if one of us were Netanyahu and people started saying he's dead, we might just like put out a bunch of fake AI videos just for fun, just to let that continue for a couple months and then appear, ha! And then they all look like idiots.
I would definitely start trolling people.
I would troll the crap out of people doing that. I would make it the most glaringly obvious AI. I mean, I wouldn't, because it has to be like, is Israeli government produced, so it should look pretty darn good. But, fun times, man, fun times.
It has to look like he is really dead.
Tusi on his live stream always laughs about they killed Bibi on Friday and he rose on Sunday. Yeah, and about the autocorrect, I don't care anymore. Yeah, it's all irrelevant at this point. Talking about bikes, when I was 6 years old, I found a balloon with a tag on it saying, if you find this, send it off to us and we'll send you a bike. I did. They didn't. Talk about disappointment. Yeah, I would never trust anyone again after that point. It's extremely messed up. Fight conspiracy with conspiracy. AI is being used as a cover to hide the fact that these people are secret Nephilim like Goliath. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Hey, yo, I'm glad you two are streaming together again. I hope you're doing great and everything is okay, Mr. AP. I hope you're well too, Mr. Wood.
Why would I not be okay? Everything is fantastic.
Yeah, sometimes we have a bunch of crap to do, but that's life. I'm glad AP's face is blurred. I spent a few days seeing him in HD. Hey, that's Jorge.
What's up, Jorge?
I understand your pain, Jorge. Mo received 60 fingers from 30 al-Zutz. That's AI. Oh, talking about the finger issue. The year when we need a refresher on how to count how many fingers a hand has. Yeah, that was what I was seriously like. The number of people, David, well, how do you refute that this has 6 fingers? And I'm just sitting here every single 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are you talking about? It's like a group thing. Hey, you remember that experiment where there are 3 lines. There are 3 lines, and then there's this other line, and it's on the other side of the page, and it said, which line is this the same length as? Is it A, B, or C? And you can look and see which one it is. But if people are asked, if people are by themselves and you say, okay, which line corresponds to that line, everyone will get it right. But if they're in a room with like 10 other people and all the other people are going, no, it's A, even if you're looking at it and you know it's not A, it's a disturbingly high percentage of people who will just agree with the group and say, nope, it's that one. When if everyone around them weren't telling them, nope, it's A, they would go, it's obviously B. I mean, obviously B. But they'll say A. Most people will say A if everyone around them is saying A. And it seems like that. Matter of fact, that would be a good little video of people sharing the picture. Look, 6 fingers, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then to explain that experiment, I might do that, guys. It's just an interesting point about people in crowds just going along with whatever the crowd is saying, even if like their senses are telling them that it's total nonsense.
It's funny, but when you see the details of the experiment, it's like you have a person who gives the correct answer at first, but sees that everybody else is giving a completely wrong answer, and they agree on the wrong answer. Then that person who initially gives the correct answer starts questioning themselves, and then eventually gives the wrong answer just as everybody else did, which shows how group thinking or conformity really drives people's thinking. It's pretty messed up. I couldn't remember what it's called, but it's Ash Conformity Line Experiment by Solomon Ash.
Yeah, we might need to be pointing those things out, AP, because there's all those experiments that have confirmed all this stuff, and now you see it like it's being massively amplified due to it was already an issue because of social media, but now social media combined with AI is making this a way bigger issue, and people need to be aware of what's going on because this is creepy stuff.
Creepy.
Grok sucks at AI detection, not what it's for. Yeah, it does suck. And you know how I know? One of the ways I know? I would see Grok giving completely different answers on different pages. Like it would say, yes, it clearly has 6 fingers at the 55-second mark. And then in other spots where people would say, Grok, is this video AI? And Grok would reply, no, what's going on is because, because people are moving and stuff like that. Sometimes if you screenshot it, it's moving and it gives the illusion of more than, a different number of fingers and stuff like that. In other words, if I'm sitting here going like that, if you took a screenshot, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going like that, all of a sudden you get one where I have like 8 fingers. And they say, you see, it's clearly AI. So anyway, creepy stuff. I can't stick around, but David, when he said Christianity is based from your trip to Times Square, it needs to be on a soundboard. Oh, hi, AP. I have
Yeah.
to say that was one of my favorite lines of all time. What perfect timing. So glad he said Christianity is based.
Hey, he said Christianity is based.
It
Whoa.
it would be funny if one of these guys who are claiming that Bibi is AI saw him in real life. They would probably be like, Mossad made AI even stronger, you see. No, they'd say he's a double or a clone or something like that. The point is, once people are clinging to a theory, it is really, really hard to snap them out of it. Hang on, let me see if I can find that Christianity is based thing.
You said Israeli. You said Israeli.
What?
You said Israeli.
You don't know anything. Hey, check this out.
The crux of the matter is this, and one only. Christianity is based.
Oh, hey, he said Christianity is based.
That's right. Hey, make sure you clip that.
Thank you.
Can't say nothing else.
Thank you.
Live converted, live new top Dawa leader gets converts to Christianity.
You see this?
We'll just watch that first part again.
The crux of the matter is this, and one only. Christianity is based.
Oh, hey, he said Christianity is based.
That's right. Hey, make sure you clip that. Can't say nothing else.
Oh, that was so fun right there, man. The whole crowd jumping in. Can you imagine? Man, poor Sadiq. I'm going to show up and I'm going to school all these Christians. Yeah. All right. So the crux of the matter is this. Christianity is based, and then it all gets derailed, completely derailed.
You just can't say that, man. It's just, he put too much of a gap after based.
You got to be quick. You got to be quick, guys. You cannot give me or AP like even a quarter of a second. You got to say Christianity is based on this, and you got to just say it real quick.
Let's do it. Try to catch me. So I would say that Christianity is based on the
see, if he keeps talking, it's hard. It's hard to jump in, right? But people always do that little pause. Okay, so Christianity is based, and that's all we need. All we need is a quarter of a second, guys. That's all we need, quarter of a second.
Yeah.
Clearly, Israel should have brought out a cardboard cutout of Netanyahu. Everyone knows how that's how you prove someone is still alive. Good. That's a totally good point, because that's what worked with the Ayatollah. Although one of the clips we're going to look at, guys, in order to prove how easy it is to AI fake something, people showed the new Ayatollah in the same coffee shop. Where I've got the video proof. Netanyahu, I don't speak Japanese. That's right. Why is he doing it? When I'm in an angry mood and want to fight somebody, I talk to my chat GPT about Islam, and I am yelling at it because it's really dishonest or just refuses to answer certain things. Yeah, that can be annoying.
So with ChatGPT, you can very much program it in a way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more
like Lily J. Lily J took advantage of people's stupidity and the fact that you can program ChatGPT early on. And used it to dupe a bunch of people. Now you've got all these morons who think that ChatGPT has affirmed Islam. This is Lily J was basically the warning. Guys, this is about to be used for some seriously messed up stuff. They put...
And that ChatGPT started fixing that whole thing, where you can just make it. ChatGPT started fixing that whole exploit where you can start making it respond as a Muslim or something like that. And then she ran out of video content, and then actually made a brief post saying that they are trying to censor or silence Islam or something.
Josh here says they put see more, so you click on it and it gives the post more engagement. Oh, that's interesting. Even if you can't actually click on it, if you're just trying to click on it, that will give more engagement.
Who is Seymour?
I had a turtle named Seymour once.
Nice.
He died.
Nice.
And I normally think, well, he'd be dead anyway, even if he didn't die.
Nice.
Even if I had remembered to feed him or something. But then I think turtles live a long time, don't they? I don't know how long they live. I don't know how long regular box turtles that you'd find are live. You two are awesome. That's true. Pears are based. When y'all going to South Africa, Cape Town? The harvest is ripe. Muslims more ready to hear, and Christians need to learn from you. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something down there. We should make
I've never thought of going to South Africa, but it's kind of funny because I read one of the last ever fictional books that I read, novels, was some story in South Africa, and it was a very nice book. It was called "Cry the Beloved Country." It's a very nice story. Anyway,
if AP went AI, would he be a mechanical Turk?
yes.
French Colonel Mahmoud Douzout and his general confirmation. Damn, I have so many characters left to use, and I can't think of anything to say. Recount the night of Al-Zut in Jordan Peterson's voice, please. Well, people had different theories of what constitutes being a man and how one becomes so. They had different theories of adolescence and how one grows into a man back then. So Muhammad heard the theory that men can actually inject their virility into you via your butthole.
It's a complex incident, but Muhammad, he went down and he encountered a bunch of people. And a lot of people out there are arguing about whether these people were actual people or whether they were jinns, but it does not matter. What matters is Muhammad took them all. Muhammad took them all because what he was interested in was the archetype. As Jung pointed out, and Jung was a genius, he was a very smart man, and he pointed out that people want to go for that archetype, and he thought he could achieve that by copulating with 30 men, and he did it, and he was proud of it.
And here's where you can see the difference between Christianity and Islam. You see, in Christianity, we've got Jesus, and he takes people's sins upon himself to free them. But Muhammad, he wants to become the most virile man ever. So he takes all these men's penises into himself, and you get a completely different religion when you think like that.
What's wrong with you?
Hello, it's Muslim Defender. I called you babes. You, my woman. Tell Logic to delete the short of me. It's misleading. What?
Who is misleading? Who is misleading? Introduce me to misleading.
Yeah, we want to talk to her.
Yeah, I'll talk to misleading. I will not talk to you about this. You brought her up, so let her talk for herself.
What is this? It's Muslim Defender. I called you babes. You, my woman. Tell Logic to delete the short of me. It's misleading. We can't even understand what the heck you're talking about. We don't even know who this misleading person is. So, hi, D Wood and off-brand Issa. Candace says all Jews have 6 fingers. D.L. Kalbi, the military leader of dogs, lol. There's something going on there. I have not figured it out. But D.L. Kalbi means Dihya the dog, right? Al-Kalbi is the dog, right?
Yeah.
But it's when the angel Gabriel didn't show up to a meeting with Muhammad in his house. Gabriel was supposed to, have a special meeting with Muhammad in his house, and then Gabriel didn't show up. And then Muhammad eventually finds out Gabriel doesn't like dogs. So that's when Muhammad orders his followers to exterminate all dogs, right? And then later they change it to where you can have like a hunting dog or, something like that. But at first it was just massacre all dogs. Why? Because the angel Gabriel didn't show up for the little meeting. But then later you find out that Dihya al-Kalbi is coming over Muhammad's house. And when Dihya al-Kalbi is in his house and people see him, then he says, no, that's the angel Gabriel. The angel Gabriel just happens to look exactly like Dihya al-Kalbi. Okay, so if you're not an idiot, what does that mean? It means that Muhammad keeps having Dihya come over to for whatever. And he's saying it's the angel Gabriel. Okay. So when the angel Gabriel come over to Muhammad's house, it's actually Dihya al-Kalbi. Okay, so it was Dihya al-Kalbi who didn't want to come in the house because of the dog. So Dihya al-Kalbi doesn't like dogs, but he's called Dihya the dog. So is that anyway, there's something there. Like he got bit by a dog when he was a kid, and they called him Diha the dog. I don't know that.
No, it's actually
It's a
that he
family name.
has
It's a family name too, huh?
yeah, it's a tribe name. I think it's
Yeah.
he came from a tribe that was called Kalb, dog.
And so,
Something.
like, what's up with that? Like, did the tribe not like dogs because they were called dogs?
Maybe they had prominent dogs, which is why they were called dog. Or maybe because they were just a bunch of bastards and people called them dogs. I don't know.
Yeah, or they had dogs and Diha got chomped on by one, and he never liked dogs after that, even though he's called the dog. I don't know. We got to figure this out, guys. We got to get to the bottom of this. Again, not in the Zoot sense.
Hey, maybe. Remember, the angel Gabriel was supposed to visit him. Jibril, was supposed to visit him, and he said he did not visit me because there was a dog in the house.
Yeah.
Therefore, you should kill all dogs. What actually happened was that he forgot that Jibril was supposed to visit him, and so he was having a good time at home with Dihya al-Kalbi. So what he told people was, Jibril didn't visit because I had a Kalb dog at my home, but he was actually trying to say that he was having an intimate interaction with Dihi al-Kalbi at that time when Jibril was about to visit, but people misunderstood that, so they started killing all the dogs.
That might be a correct explanation. Like Muhammad forgot about his little meeting with Jibril because he was busy with Diha, and then people are like, "Hey, why didn't you meet with Jibril?" And he was like, "Oh, because he was mad about that dog." And then they're like, "Oh, he doesn't like dogs." He's like, "Oh yeah, roll with that. Go kill all the dogs."
Makes sense.
Uh-huh.
I think we might have just solved it. So.
Aussie Abe says, "Hey, Dizzle sent you an email." Yeah, I got the email. I haven't checked it out yet, but hey, let me know if I don't know if you want to be in a live stream or something like that. But if it's something you think would be good to cover in a live stream, they were talking to the Dawa guys and stuff down there in Australia, and apparently it's more difficult because cops don't like you talking about that and stuff like that. Anyway, hey, if you want to do a live stream and go through some of that, let me know. Other than that, I'll check it out either way. AP, D, what if a Muslim becomes an atheist after watching your vids? Do you consider that to be a failure or success? Most ex-Muslims are atheists. I don't know about the official statistics on most ex-Muslims, but yes, I consider that a success because I've talked about this a million times. Consider that a success because you need. Let me put it this way. If you have a country that is 99% Muslim, that makes it very easy to target the 1% who aren't Muslims. If you end up with a population that's like 40% Muslim, but then it's like, 10% have converted to Christianity and 20% have converted to atheism and 10% became this or something like that, you're more likely to end up with a system where they're going to have to change the laws eventually to give people more freedom. So from that perspective, that Islam, once it has the majority, enforces and imposes Islam and relegates non-Muslims to second-class citizen status, you need a bunch of people leaving Islam. And from that perspective, from getting a country where people like the law gives people more leeway and doesn't punish people for being non-Muslims or something like that. From that perspective, from the perspective of human rights and so on, it kind of wouldn't matter what people are converting to as long as you end up with more diversity to break the Sharia rule. So I'm all in favor of breaking Sharia rule. With that said, we obviously want people to know Christ and so on. But we're dealing with ideologies, oppressive ideologies. And if you have a screwed up oppressive ideology, then I hope something comes and breaks that. Is AP dead? Yes, this is AI. This is AIAP. As the Jews say, what's this? What's this, AP? Have gone insane.
The Goyim have gone insane.
Oh, yeah, we have. Very happy to see you both trolling together again. Oh, yeah, we're going to check this out. We might have to. People are putting in super chats faster than I'm going through them. So I think we're just going to pause the super chats and go on. Can you make a video debunking the claim that Dul Qarnayn is Cyrus and not based on Alexander? It has become their de facto argument. Even Cyrus was a polytheist. Cyrus cylinder is proof of that. We're definitely going to be coming, and I've already set this up with Brother Rashid and Jai. We haven't done it yet, but we're going to start a series called Through the Quran. And the first thing we're going to do is go through all of Surah 18. So that's where you have Dul Qarnayn. But there's a ton of crazy stuff in Surah 18. So we're going to go through the entire chapter. But yeah, we will let them know And by the way, their early commentators knew this, and it's later guys realized, wait a minute, Alexander the Great was as pagan as a pagan can possibly be. How is he a devout Muslim in the Quran? And even, according to some, a prophet, because Allah is speaking directly to him and so on. Anyway, all right, we'll get back to Super Chats here in a bit. We've still got more, but we want to check out...
got more but? What do you think, man?
We'll go through a couple more of these tweets claiming that video was AI. So I think we ended here. So yeah, RKM, the French colonel confirmed it, guys. French colonel, and you know it's true because they've got it right there. Now suppose you actually post a video and you have a video of a French colonel saying, yes, Netanyahu he was eliminated. How would you know that's not AI? That's the point. Once you're willing to call anything you don't like AI, how do you know? This is wild stuff, man. Go check this out. Here we have Alex Jones. Did the Israeli government assassinate Benjamin Netanyahu with a plan to blame Iran? What? Yeah, that's what's wild. We'll go ahead and watch the Alex Jones clip right here. We're going to watch the Alex Jones clip, but Alex, he's not claiming that Netanyahu is dead. He's saying he doesn't know, but he said if it did happen, it was Israel. So this is where the conspiracies get weird, right? Because Alex Jones says if Netanyahu is dead, it's because Israel did it with the intent to blame Iran. And it's like, okay, so Israel came up with this brilliant plan. We'll kill our PM ourselves. Okay. And what's your reason for doing that? So we can blame Iran and enrage more people and more people will support our war. And okay, what are you doing about that now? We're posting all these AI videos pretending he's still alive.
You know what's funny?
What?
I thought about this before. If Benjamin Netanyahu actually died, not as a result of war, but died under normal circumstances,
that can happen. He's old.
I think there will probably be a lot of people who actually hate Israel and Jews and Netanyahu who would probably start claiming that Netanyahu was actually good and that he was killed by the
Jews.
Oh yeah, him from doing something. Something good.
Yeah. And then Candace Owens would jump in there and say, and I found out from my sources that Bibi had decided that everything he had done was wrong. And he was about to come out and he was about to come out and go public and saying all this stuff has been wrong and we should have never done it. And that's when they jumped in and murdered him. They decided to take it out.
By the way, there is actually very solid evidence now, guys, that he was actually a Christian. He was actually converting to Christianity. He was about to announce that. And I actually, guys, believe it or not, actually believe me, I actually have solid evidence for that. I have proof for that, and it will come out, within the next few weeks. You will all see it, and you will say, Candace, you're right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And yeah. And I also had a dream about this. Mm-hmm. So
I had a dream. And Netanyahu was talking to me, and he said, Candace, you're the only one who really understands me, and the only one who can expose what happened to me. All right, so here's Alex Jones.
So the official Israeli government...
What are you laughing at?
It's his voice. Whenever I hear it, it makes me laugh.
I'm made for war. I'm built for war.
Our account, similar to the White House press secretary, said last night they cannot verify where Netanyahu is. There's been reports about that. That's everywhere. Then you've got this weird video that comes out that does look like AI. Just looks fake on his face. We know they've been targeting the main command base that Netanyahu basically stays in. But at the same time, that thing's got so many levels below it, it's hard to believe even a U.S. 30,000-pound bomb could get down all those levels.
What he just said there, that would be my initial reaction to. So it could happen. It could happen, right? I think in terms of probability. So it's something that could happen. It would just it would seem like a very low. I would need to see some good evidence that an Iranian missile took out a leader like Netanyahu, because I would be thinking the same thing. This guy's like 20 stories down, and that thing is made to withstand anything you could possibly fire at them.
But I got to tell you, Netanyahu came to power and stayed in power, getting Issa being killed. That's on record. But his party did that. There's a big fight with him over there, and they want to get rid of him. The majority of the government does. So he could be dead, and if he is dead, I don't think it's the Iranians. I think it's going to end up being the Israelis, and we'll just say the Iranians did it. A lot of weirdness going on right now. But he could pop back up
A lot of weirdness
tomorrow. So it's all speculation.
To be
But you got to
fair,
ask, if he turns out to be dead, did the Israelis do it? Will they blame Iran? We'll continue to break this all down.
Oh, actually,
So stay with us right here. We'll all show until next.
actually, now that I'm listening to the whole thing, yeah. So I thought he was saying that Israel killed their own guy just to blame Iran. I'm thinking, why are they posting all this AI stuff then if that was their plan? So it sounds like he's saying they killed him just because they saw an opportunity to kill him, and now we can blame it on Iran, right? Like, hey, we've been wanting to do something about this guy. Now we can do it and blame someone else for doing it. Now, what were you saying? To be fair, what?
to be fair, no, I was going to point out that there is a lot of internal fight with Netanyahu, and you know how Trump has always been kind of in this whole spot of more so during his last presidency than his current presidency, where he was fighting a lot internally, and there was this whole thing of the deep
Not like
state being
Muhammad.
after him and all that. True. Netanyahu is in such a position, but it's much worse. It's like he's in a constant fight with parts of the Israeli intelligence and with the opposition and all that. So there's this constant war going on internally in Israel of Netanyahu and the opposition and the so-called deep state that is supposedly trying to undermine and take out Netanyahu. So, you know, you could go into a legit thing there, a scenario there, but yeah, that's about as far as you can get.
Unless you're Alex Jones. All right, so that's Alex's video. Where was that? No. Oh, now we're at Syrian Girl. Hang on. Where was Netanyahu? No, that's Suleiman. so many of these. There we go. Alex Jones. Did the Israeli government assassinate Benjamin Netanyahu with a plan to blame Iran? So that's Alex. We saw his video. He also said it would be surprising, but if it did happen, if Netanyahu is no longer with us, it's because his enemies in the government took him out and planned to blame Iran. Here we have Suleiman. Breaking. Netanyahu is missing from the latest Israeli security briefing. Everyone else is also looking very tense. Is Netanyahu dead? So, not at the security meetings. Got that. Here we have Syrian Girl. Okay. At first, I doubted Netanyahu AI rumors, but the salad fingers and infinite teeth convinced me. I don't think she helped herself with this one, because if you see, so guys, you look at, there's a circle around his actual hands, right? See the circle around his hands down there at the bottom? Count. Thumb. Say, well, let's count it. Let's count the right hand. So your left, right hand. One thumb, then 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers. Okay. Then on the other hand, one thumb, then 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers beside the thumb. And then they've got the one that's zoomed, like the close up. There, it just looks like part of his hand to me, not a finger. I don't see a fingernail or anything. Anyway, I don't think this helped her case much, but this was enough. Oh my goodness! Did Iran nuke? Did Iran nuke Netanyahu? If you don't know what we're talking about, Syrian Girl historically has interpreted every big explosion from like any sort of big rocket as a possible nuclear weapon. She would say, "Did Israel nuke them?" Interesting. But anyway, Syrian Girl she got the community note here, but it says the 6 fingers, which again I don't even see in the video. But the 6 fingers and unusual teeth come from paused, low-resolution frames. Video compression and motion blur can distort details when a frame is captured mid-movement, making fingers appear merged or duplicated. Yes, that is all correct. But that's Syrian girl. Then we have, hey, Anna Kasparian. So from the infamous Young Turks. Hey, guys, is it Kasparian or Kasparian? Someone who knows, tell me. Kasparian or Kasparian? Actually, I don't care a whole lot, but I would like to know a little bit.
It's Kasparian in Armenian and Kasparian in English, man.
So I call her Kasparian?
Yeah.
Because I'm not foreign? Hey, look what she says. So yeah. Anna Kasparian says, so did they kill Netanyahu or not? And David Weissman says, no, you putz, which I'm sure you hope for that. And she said, I absolutely do. 46,000 likes. 46,000 likes. 46,000 likes. She says, I want him dead. That's interesting. Then we have Persian Girl. Heads up, everyone. Netanyahu is dead. Official X handle of Israeli PM just deleted this tweet. Remember my tweet about Israel Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent left a press conference to talk to Trump directly on call. On return, he was visibly shaking. And that can only mean one thing, that Netanyahu is no longer with us. Now the PM's office is urging citizens to rely on verified updates. One thing is clear. Netanyahu is eliminated. And you know it because Persian Girl says it. And what more could you possibly ask for? Hey, here we have the patriotic blonde who says, for over 24 hours, there has been intense speculation that Benjamin Netanyahu was killed in an Iranian strike. The Israeli government has done nothing to put that rumor to rest. Their silence speaks volumes. Their silence speaks volumes. I don't know what more proof you could possibly ask for. The patriotic blonde says it. Hey, Stupiders. Stupiders says, Netanyahu is dead. The U.S.-Israel war machine is getting handled. They killed Charlie Kirk. Epstein files won't go away. Billions of oil on fire. Iran won't back down. They're lying about everything. The cabal is all in, and they're going for all of it. So you have it from Stupiders, guys. You have it from Stupiders himself. You have the confirmation. Don't know what else you could ask for. All right. Now here is where we get...
They say on what?
Here's where you get Benjamin Netanyahu's account responding. And they respond to the claim that he is no longer with us with him getting coffee. But they say that this is AI. So he says, they say I'm what? Watch. And then he's got the video. Y'all got this? Y'all see this? Hey, AP's crystal clear. What happened?
Hey, while you were doing stuff with showing your screen, I turned off my camera and changed the settings, and I saw where the problem lies because I put it on the wrong frame rate and resolution, which impacts how the thing comes out when I have it plugged into my computer or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were doing stuff because I can still see you, sadly, even when I have something else on my screen.
Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and check out Benjamin Netanyahu's buying coffee video, and we'll see where the conspiracies lie here. Let's check this out.
תודה. מה שאלת אותי?
ראש הממשלה אומרים ברשת שאתה בכלל מת?
אני מת על קפה, אתה יודע מה? אני מת על העם שלי. איך הם מתנהגים, פנטסטי. אתה רוצה לספור את מספר אצבעות?
אתה יכול להראות לנו?
פה. פה. היית?
יפה מאוד.
לחיים.
ראש הממשלה מסר לאנשים שיוצאים ומתאווררים?
לצאת להתאוורר, אבל ליד מרחב מוגן. והעמידה שלכם היא מדהימה.
We're gonna watch this all the way through, and then we're gonna check out the things people are saying make this obvious AI.
נותנת כוח לי, לממשלה, לצה"ל, למוסד. אנחנו עושים דברים שאני לא יכול לשתף ברגע זה, אבל עושים דברים מכים באיראן חזק מאוד, גם ביום הזה, גם בלבנון, ממשיכים. אתם אומרים לי להמשיך? אני אומר לכולכם, גם אתם תמשיכו. תמשיכו להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, כל הזמן, להישמע להוראות פיקוד העורף, וגם לראשי הערים, להיות תמיד ליד מרחב מוגן. ואנחנו נקל ככל שהדבר ניתן. ותודה לך על הקפה, הוא מצוין. אני לא יודע לגבי הקלוריות, זה נראה לי מסוכן מאוד.
All right. So the biggest things were the level of the coffee. Notice that's a full cup of coffee. Full cup of coffee, right? Let's go back. And you see him moving around, the coffee doesn't spill. Even though he's moving right there. Coffee should have just gone flying right there. Right there. Coffee should have gone flying, right? Because that's a full cup of coffee, right? And let's see. Let's see where he takes a sip. So he takes a big drink. Looks like he drank about half a gallon of coffee. So hang on, let's go all the way back. So there's the coffee sitting there. Everyone got this? There's coffee sitting there. Here's his delicious cup of coffee. What are you laughing
You know what's
at?
funny?
What?
You know what's funny? It would be really funny if this was actually deliberately AI generated, this video, just to mess with people.
What?
If this video itself was actually genuinely AI generated just to mess with people, you know, as you just said you would do.
I know. That's exactly what I would do. I would do that for like 2 months. I would just let it keep building and building and building and building and building, and all of a sudden, So, yeah, people are saying that is the fullest cup of coffee I've ever seen. Yeah, look at that thing. That thing is all the way to the brim. They don't even put a lid on it or anything. Notice they could have taken away like half the AI rumors just by putting a lid on that thing. Just by putting a lid on. Do better next time, AI. Okay, so anyway. So you got a full cup of coffee there, right? We see it is clearly full. Now, all right. So here's where things get wild. So, and you see the coffee moving. So that's pretty good AI, right? You see the coffee moving, but not spilling, even though that thing is filled to the brim. See the coffee moving? Look, ooh, look, it's moving. It's moving. Ooh, the coffee's dancing on there. Good job, AI. Now that looks like it should be spilling right now. I mean, how's that not spilling? And then he's going to drink about half a gallon of this cup, right? Now look, he's switching hands with the fullest cup of coffee in history. Look at that. Look at that coffee. Look, reflecting right off the top there. And then he's going to take a big old drink here. Now, you see that? Now, he has to be drinking the coffee because look how much he tilts that. It was filled all the way to the brim. It was filled all the way to the brim. So either he's drinking it. If he's not drinking it, it would have just spilled all over the place because that thing was full. And then after that big old gulp, he lowers it down and wait a minute. That coffee's still super full. Actually, there it looks like the coffee is just like kind of thick and it's just kind of still around the edge, but it's a little lower. I don't know. There it looks like it's a little. There the level looks like it's a little lower, and it's just it had coffee around the edge, and so it looks like it's still full to the top. I can't tell though. Let me see. Let's see how it looks, because people are definitely complaining about that.
I have a rough translation of what he's actually saying in the video,
You don't
and
know
I
anything?
would like a proper translation of what he's actually saying. But I think what he's saying is, he says, "Well, on the internet they're saying I'm dead. I am. I'm dying for coffee," or something like that. That he talks about. He talks about the coffee. He talks about the ingredients of the coffee, and shows how many fingers he has, and then basically goes into how much he is thankful to the people and to the IDF, and all that. So it's very funny.
Lots of people are saying it's called foam, and they're saying the edges are stained. The edges are stained, and foam. Bunch of people are saying foam. I think the foam changes. Yeah. So I'm gonna call this inconclusive, guys. I understand why people are clicking on that. He obviously didn't take a very big gulp, but yeah, you go back. that is a full cup of coffee, but the idea is that it's kind of foam. It's kind of foam on top. And then after he takes a swig here, go down there, right there. It looks to me, if you see where the light is reflecting there, it looks like it's about, the level's about a 1/4 inch down, and that the edge just still has the color of the coffee and foam on it. But I don't know. The only way we're going to be able to figure this out is if I go to the same coffee shop and order the exact same cup of coffee and we test it. We run some tests on it. Until then, until we have these official tests and I perform the exact same experiment on the exact same order, we're going to have to call this inconclusive. Again, there to me, it looks like it's about 1/4 inch down, and it looks like the brown is just still around the edges. And so it looks completely full, even though it looks a 1/4 inch down there to me.
Hey, Jai just sent me a clip of the same video with subtitles if you want to watch it. I just sent it to you in this chat.
There's no way. I'm just read it all, man. It's a short video. You can just say it. You can say it while I'm pointing out the other thing. The other big thing that people focused on was the pocket. The pocket.
It says, the guy asked, how are you doing? And he says, amazing, thank you. And then he says, what did you ask me? Prime Minister, people are saying online that you're dead. And he's like, yeah, I'm dying for coffee. You know what? I'm crazy.
You're dead. I'm dying for coffee.
I love how my people act, how they behave fantastically. Do you want to count my fingers? Can you show us? And then he goes, yeah, here. See, very nice. So cheers, l'chaim. And then she just continues like that, and then talks about instructions to the people and thanks the IDF and all that. So that's that.
Okay, so the other thing that people said proved that this is obviously AI is this pocket. You got to focus on the pocket, guys. And apparently the pocket moves in a weird way.
The pocket is AI. What?
They had all these slow-mo versions of it. You can't really tell in this. Okay, so guys, focus on the pocket. Focus on the pocket. Focus on the pocket. It's going to move really weird, and that's the proof that it's AI. Here we go. I'm not seeing it here.
Well, as someone who has never seen pockets in my life, I can say that it looks very weird. So.
Okay, so he's sticking his hand into his pocket, and apparently when he goes in there, the pocket moves on its own. Oh yeah, see how the pocket moves on its own there, and it like not that his hand is slipping in there and then it's sort of slipping over his hand. They're saying that that's not how a pocket moves. That's not how a pocket moves. Look at that. See that? Look at that pocket moving. What does this pocket have a mind of its own? Oh my goodness! Look at this. So anyway, he sticks his hand into its pocket, and there's no way that's he jostled something in his pocket and then the pocket moved around his hand or something like that. But anyway, those are the main two things that made this AI. Everyone, y'all got that? And let me see. I forgot which slide we were on. Okay, that's the patriotic blonde. Then we have stupiders. Then we've got Netanyahu. And then here you have it. Suleiman Ahmed. Breaking. People are now speculating the video Netanyahu posted could also be AI. The coffee doesn't spill, and after he drinks it, it's not less. I love Suleiman's wording here. After he drinks it, it's not less.
Breaking. People are now speculating the video Netanyahu posted could also be AI. The coffee doesn't spill, and after he drinks it, it's not less.
The coffee is not less after he drinks it. How could the coffee not be less? Here we have Ethan Levins. This is a different man. Netanyahu is no longer with us. So you can see that's, the guy on the right is kind of more orange, kind of more orangish. You see? So you have that. That can't be things like lighting or anything else, but definitely not the same guy, apparently. And I don't know, hair looks the same. And then you have Jackson Hinkle, your boy, AP, your boy. Jackson Hinkle says, Netanyahu's AI-generated video. Look at the pocket. Got to focus on the pocket, everyone. Got to focus on the pocket. And here we have Candace O. There is a cover-up afoot regarding the health of Bibi Netanyahu. The United States government should be addressing this head-on, but there is a directive to stay mum. What's going on? Haven't they lied enough? Actually destroying... Anyway, well, there. I just took some screenshots, especially of the people's reaction to the first video and stuff, but their reaction to all the other ones. Just go through these real quick. So we have Elizabeth Lane here. This is about the next video we're going to watch. We're going to watch the next one. All right. So y'all got that?
Yeah,
It's the pocket and that the coffee is not less. Even after he drinks it, it's not less. And then it's the pocket moves weird right here.
Well, I could say that he probably doesn't want to drink much of the coffee because, his the stuck-up jerks from Unit 730 probably have to drink it first before he drinks it.
Well, there you have it. Yep. Look, so the pocket's kind of like pointing one way, and then as his hand goes in, boom, 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 boom. That's the proof, guys. That's the proof. So now you know. Hang on. I'm looking at the funny comments. Pocket watchers. Not pocket watches. They're pocket watchers. They're watching the pockets. Here we have a pocket gate. Look at this. It's AI. This is the proof. Can't the leader of the Islam resistance get a coffee in peace?
You see?
It's Joe Biden. Orange man bad, you see. Jackson Hinkle's hard to believe he exists. Mm-hmm. And we have, nope, that's AI. We've got the proof here. So we all saw it, ladies and gentlemen. We all saw it. And I have to say, to prove, there's further proof, ladies and gentlemen. There's further proof. The additional proof is some people have posted video showing how easy it is to do this. And here we have the new Ayatollah himself. The new Ayatollah himself. Here we go.
מה שאלת אותי?
ראש הממשלה אומרים ברשת שאתה בכלל מת?
אני מת על קפה, אתה יודע מה? אני מת על העם שלי. איך הם מתנהגים, פנטסטי. אתה רוצה לספור את מספר אצבעות?
אתה יכול להראות לנו?
פה. היית?
יפה מאוד.
לחיים.
I have to say, I hadn't watched this yet, but now that I'm watching it, looks good and so on. The mouth is not matching up with the words here. So if this is supposed to prove how easy it is to make the fake video, now that I'm watching it, this doesn't, like you'd have to say the Netanyahu version is way better because it actually matches up. But here we go.
מה שאלת אותי?
ראש הממשלה אומרים ברשת שאתה בכלל מת?
אני מת על קפה, אתה יודע מה? אני מת על העם שלי. איך הם מתנהגים. Fantastic.
Hey, we've got AP's dog. Oh my goodness. Hold up. All right, now let's finish watching this real quick and then.
אתה רוצה לספור את מספר אצבעות?
אתה יכול להראות לנו? פה.
Look, we got the hand.
היית?
יפה מאוד.
לחיים.
אתה חושב המסר לאנשים שיוצאים ומתאווררים?
לצאת להתאוורר, אבל...
Yeah, guys, this is not proving your case. It looks good. But this is actually convincing me that it's harder than you think because the mouth doesn't match up, man.
מרחב מוגן. והעמידה שלכם היא מדהימה. נותנת כוח לי, לממשלה, לצה"ל, למוסד. אנחנו עושים...
Getting a little better. Okay. All right. Got a little better. Still pretty weird. Pretty weird. All right, guys. We got some trouble. Here. Some people need attention. Can never get enough attention.
You're funny. You're cute. That was funny.
Hey, Issa, you're part Jewish.
I am. That's correct.
How do you feel now that No one knows what has become of your prime minister.
I think it's so silly. These folks are silly.
Hmm?
They're very. They're ridiculous.
We put the proof right on the screen. What the heck?
Yeah, it's funny. I was on a Reddit and they had a picture of like a Palestinian protester being, basically escorted away by IDF soldiers, and they weren't wearing IDF uniforms. The fingers were like mutated. They were like melted and mutated. And it was like, and the person was smiling while they were being kind of, removed by IDF soldiers. It's like, you can tell it's complete fabrication. These folks are wild. And the people were all like, look, this is what Israel does. They imprison people. They kidnap people. And I was like, that's an AI photo. It's not real.
We have well, if it isn't the goofy Sufi himself. We've got AI hippie. We've got AI Issa. Now we've got Issa and hey and Issa my love. Issa. Does AP still have that gorgeous huggable labradoodle? Yeah, you just saw it on the screen. And then we have, hey, Issa, AP and Issa, AI. Yep. Or everyone noticed as soon as Issa showed up, AP had conveniently disappeared. Coincidence? He is an AI. All right, so we're going to continue checking out a couple of these.
One thing I want to say is Happy St. Patty's Day.
Spoken like a true Jewish Muslim. Let's see. We are all brains in Mossad vats. Yeah, that's what eventually where this will lead to. You got the old brain in a vat theory. Like, how would you know? How would you know if your existence is really some brain in a vat of some mad scientist laboratory, and he's just making you think that all this stuff is going around. But if you keep carrying that further and further, how do we know we're not brains in Mossad vats? Why is AP copying Jai's background? I know, and he's not even here to explain why. Jai spent a long time putting together his awesome background, and then AP just copies it. Messed up. Raymond Ibrahim made a video about Grok being caught out but lying. Oh yeah, I've seen those. Grok will just make stuff up. And you could call him out on it. Iranians before Islam were best friends of Jewish people, sad to see what they became. Before 1948, last attempt to build a Jewish state in Palestine in 7th century was done with the help of Iranians. Who are you talking to?
What's this guy doing here?
He showed up, but he showed up right after you mysteriously disappeared, and people are wondering if he's AI. And you went on and turned on the AI Issa.
Good to see you back, Hart.
AP, I really tried to program it, and it behaved for a while, but it's back to craziness right now. What's he talking about, AP? That's
Ida, what's she talking about? You mean about ChatGPT? Because I said earlier you can tweak it a little bit. I get it. I understand.
Wait, Ida's a woman?
Yes.
I mean, that's the picture.
Yes.
I've only known one Ida, but that was from a different place. But that was a dude, so I thought Ida was a dude's name. This changes everything, man.
Ida is very obviously a woman's name, man.
I just thought it was a guy, and he liked that picture over on the side.
No, it's obviously a woman.
Well, this changes everything. For all these months, I thought I was talking to a guy, and turns out I was talking to a woman.
Pretty sure I already explained this to you before. So,
dude, what if like 2 months from now, I'm calling Ida a guy again, and you're like, no, Ida's a girl, and I'm like, what?
What? All these 2 months, I thought it's a guy.
Huh. Rest in peace, Seymour. I hope he accepted Jesus and rejected Momo. This channel pushing Christian Zio propaganda, and you are all kuffars. You are lying. They took out Ayatollah and Bibi because they are time travelers.
That makes sense.
We know that's true because it comes from Peaceful Exploder. The crux of the matter is this. Christianity is base. Islam is zooted. You see? The crux of the matter is this. Christianity is base. Islam is zooted.
Don't make fun of Islam.
I wasn't even talking about something controversial, just asking to recite some verses of the Quran. It refused, but had no problem with reciting verses from the older, the New Testament. Older than New Testament. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Which one's that? ChatGPT?
Yeah, I can make ChatGPT do that nowadays. I even recently, actually, very perfectly created, with the help of ChatGPT, a Quran surah, like it, but even better, about Christianity and about Jesus. And then I also created a proper recitation for it. I'm actually supposed to publish that sometime soon.
I have 10 fingers, Candace. Yeah, but you converted, Ash. You have to watch the short God Logic posted. I did see the one where a guy started cursing him and stuff, but he was like, may God curse you. May God curse you. May you become a Muslim. It's like, wait, what? Hey, AP, I told my dog he's haram and Muslims don't like him. Now he's got crusader armor and is barking about Constantinople and making you emperor.
Beast.
Base doggy. Isn't saying that Dihi al-Kalbi was Angel Gabriel some kind of shirk because Gabriel is a law representation in Revelations? Not.
I mean, you could make the point, considering that Jibril is not supposed to speak of his own, but simply just do whatever, or say whatever Allah says, and all that. So, I guess you could kind of say that. You could kind of establish that a little bit.
Hold up. Hang on. Here we go. Rob says pronounce Ida. Ida, not Ida.
It's Ida.
Well, I don't know who to believe now because I thought that was a guy. So who am I supposed to believe on pronunciations? You?
Ida.
Unless
you want to go for the Anglification of it, it's Ida.
Definitely open to it. Oh, this Aussie Abe, when I said if he wants to go live to go through some of that footage. Pears are my favorite fruit. Yeah, mine too when I was a kid. Diha the doggy style. Very rude. See more butts. Yep, that is an old joke. Have you ever had someone argue the external polemic against Muslims, ergo arguing Muhammad's historical non-existence? No, we've never seen anyone argue for Muhammad's non-existence. That's totally new. Where'd that come from? God bless you guys. I'm curious about your opinion on Our Lady of Zaytun apparition in 1968 and whether you believe they were true miraculous events. No, I don't, because I've never investigated it. But AP will, because he believes anything.
I looked into it very briefly, and I watched some videos and some explanations and some witness accounts of it. I don't really have any proper opinion or perspective on it because I haven't researched it deeply. The only one that I did research is the one of Guadalupe, and maybe briefly Fatima. And I'm not exactly sure what to think about Fatima, but I think the one for Guadalupe is like it's extraordinary. And as a hardcore skeptic in my approach to things, I think there is really, really strong evidence that something incredible happened there. But I don't know much about Zaytun.
BB texted me beforehand. I have receipts. Candace. Yep. And she will share those. Mike Winger needs Alex Jones' super male vitality. Or any vitality. Alex Jones sounds like he's constantly constipated. I actually think he sounds cool. Sounds cool. Sounds like this. I use meditation to access the deep state. What the heck? Deep. I'm depressed. Found my PM is dead. Buy me a bagel. Yep. Everyone get a bagel for Paul here. Haters hating because BB is a safe pair of hands. 6 fingers, though. It's short level of coffee foam that is on top. In Israel, we always serve with foam art in the coffee, plus liquid chemical connection prevents drop. Yeah, right. Nice try. How can you not notice the magic Jew pocket? That's what people are pointing out. You definitely have a magic Jew pocket there. Is AP going to go all German again and talk about his ideal society where the government has access to anything at any time for the sake of judicial efficiency?
Yes.
What do you mean again? He's never stopped.
I never stop.
He's
The
like
government
the
should be led by one powerful man who decides what we need to do, and there should be complete security and safety, which also requires complete surveillance and control.
He sits in a room and decides who to nuke, and women are brought to him when he desires them. That was Ron Swanson's theory of government. I'm worried for Jewish people in the U.S. Left and right are both becoming anti-Semitic for different reasons. Jewish people will be politically homeless. Muslims want to create Islamic lobby with Qatar, Saudi money. And you do have to follow the trajectory, and not looking great given how quickly things, perspectives can change. Interestingly, that's one of the main arguments for why Jews need a country, right? Because, back in the day, you would think, they're in all kinds of countries. They don't need their own country. And you would see back then how quickly things can change. People can say, let's just start wiping them out. And then so you had a pretty solid case after World War II. You cannot depend on Western governments to protect you. It's good that you have a place where you can protect yourselves. But then after a couple decades goes by, then it's like, well, I mean, now people get along. Now people get along with Jews. Jews aren't being persecuted now. So what's the case? And nope. Now, in case you were wondering, things can change very, very rapidly, like within a couple years. And you can have people, no, we need to wipe them out. It's AI Issa. You can't spell Issa without AI. You can't spell Issa without the A and the I. Yeah. My ninja Issa. Issa is here. Finally, now I can enjoy the show.
Right.
Is AP Clark Kent and Issa Superman? Yep, that's why AP disappeared and then Issa showed up. Issa me, yeah. Mario. Issa me, Mario. David, doesn't matter I am an AI. That explains things. I need a man. Never, because they went with Seymour Butts. Now they're saying, now I need Amanda hug and kiss. I need Amanda hug and kiss. Get it? In Iran, they have forced gender reassignment surgery for gays. Recent intelligence claims the new Ayatollah is gay. I have seen that stuff. Wouldn't this qualify him for some serious medieval punishment? Not in Iran. They put a medal on. They make you the new Ayatollah there. The more gay you are, the more they'll make you the Ayatollah. It's a requirement for being Ayatollah. What?
Lots of people don't know this, but this is actually true. In Iran, they do have sexual reassignment surgery, and it's the only Islamic country where something like that is happening and where it's actually officially legally recognized. But it's also used to push gay people, not off the roof, but rather into these forced surgeries to be like, to preserve the system. Be like, hey, you're gay? Well, you're probably a woman. So change your gender. And to actually do forced reassignment surgeries.
Mm-hmm. And now we understand the LGBTQIA plus alliance with Islam better than ever.
Yes.
That and the old never would have guessed a German Turk be so laid back. Don't let him fool you. And then we have Ida. Hey, Ida! Lovely lady from Israel. AP's right on the pronunciation in my case that the other one is correct as well. So we'll go with Ida. We'll go with AP's. Irrelevant, but I can't stop cigarettes. What do I do? Well, either get really fired up and go cold turkey and stay away from cigarettes and go do something fun, right? Like line up quitting with like a vacation, something that destroys all your normal triggers for a habit and stuff like that. Or take the slow route and try to reduce it over time until you're only having 1 or 2 a day. And then you say, I can give up the 1 or 2 a day, something like that. But habits, as far as breaking habits, you have the thing that you're doing, which you don't want to do, but there are triggers for it. There's usually some trigger right before you have an urge to do something. And so the idea of like getting into a completely different environment or something like that is you break the trigger patterns and stuff. They found this out. Vietnam War. Tons of guys were getting addicted to heroin over there. They're getting addicted to it over there. And it was in some places it would be like 90% of the guys are addicted. And so they wanted to do some studies on this, and they found out, so they wanted to study these guys when they get home because they were like, this is incredibly addictive stuff. So we're going to have some serious problems when these guys get back. And I forget the exact number, but then they found out that when guys came back, it was only like 5% who kept up the habit, who kept up it. And that was like an addiction to one of the most addictive things you can get, right? Saying that, I know that personal experience. My mom was a heroin addict, right? Hard to get away from that. In fact, we tried breaking all of that, and we got her down here with us and stuff. She got completely clean the moment she was out of my sight. We went back for a visit. She OD'd. Anyway, what happened? Well, stressful situation, and she got back right to where she has her old connections and stuff and can call someone up. When she moved with us, then she wasn't around any. She wouldn't even know. Where do you even get it from? It would be a long process and so on. So anyway, when my brother was locked up, when he started getting close to getting out and stuff like that, I was like, dude, you cannot go back and be around any old friends or have any old contacts because you might resist the urge for a month, 6 months, a year, or something like that. Eventually you have a really bad day and you think one time for old time's sake, just to get me through this day. And then you're right back in there. So you need to be in an environment where that's not even an option, where it's not just, I can call this guy. I know how to call. You want to not be around anyone who knows anything and stuff like that. And you want to be around people that if you're having a really bad day, you call, who do you call? You're around people who don't do any of that stuff. So you can actually call and say, hey, having some trouble here, having some trouble. Anyway, so my brother is surviving longer than some of our family members who didn't because we got him completely out of that environment. Anyway, some tips there. But also, I've never been like addicted to cigarettes, so you might want to ask. I'm giving you some general principles about breaking addictions and things like that, or bad habits. But you might want to find, and I'm sure you can find like support group and stuff like that. Switch to some patches and stuff. You still have the nicotine, but it's most of the problem with cigarettes is like in all the chemicals and crap they put in there. So anyway, Roseanne said Tate looks like Stewie Griffin on Tim's show tonight. Lol based. Did you hear that? On Tim's show. Now it does, especially like the dumb pictures of him where he looks stupid. He does look like Stewie. That is funny. Why do you get gold in Islamic heaven? Gold is valuable on earth because we made economy around it. It's limited, etc. What's the point of having it in heaven? Well, not because it would be valuable, just, I guess, look cool. Mo, in an AI video, the garment would be white. Yeah, covered. Attention Kmart shoppers, paging Oliver Klosov at the customer service desk. I'm missing it. Oliver. Okay, I'm pronouncing it wrong. Oliver Klozoff. Oliver Klozoff at the customer service desk. I don't know. People started making the name jokes. All right. We need Jordan Peterson to explain why it doesn't matter if it's AI because we all are and aren't AI at the same time. Yeah, he might go with something like that. No, still no updates on Jordan Peterson, right?
Nope.
I remember she posted one a couple months ago. Anyway, I stopped smoking in 1997. Jesus help, try him. Yep. All right, everyone. So we saw this this message from Elizabeth Lane. This is on the next one. She says, okay, this is totally fake. I showed this video to 4 different professionals, and they all said the same thing. It's fake. I absolutely trust their opinion. I don't understand anything about AI, but I trust their analysis. Now I'm 99% sure he is either dead or seriously injured. So we're going to check out this next video. Issa, prepare to have your mind blown. And whatever happens, do not cry. But here we have, so he posted the coffee video, and there's a pocket issue and a foam issue, coffee foam issue. But then he posted another one the next day where he's outside. And guess what? This is fake also, according to people.
פה עם שיר ושיר. איזה יופי.
תודה רבה.
תודה, תודה לכם.
תודה רבה.
תודה לכם. טוב, קצת תספוג שמש.
Wait a minute.
Okay, what is supposed to be fake about this now?
Yeah, I don't know. That didn't look fake to me. Where are these women at? We want to interview these women and anyone else who appeared in this video. So we can expose them all.
טוב, קצת תספוג שמש.
Wait a minute, he's still got the weird pocket with the weird jacket. People are pointing things out like, look, the guy behind him has a mask on. This was clearly a clip from COVID. And not just his guys don't want to be recognized sometimes.
של מי הכלב? איזה סוג זה?
נענית, ישראלית.
נענית ישראלית, כל הכבוד. טוב, גם לא מגיע קצת.
No, you see, it's AI. Why else would a dog be in here?
יאללה, לכולכם מגיע. יצאתם להתעורר קצת?
כן.
יפה מאוד. תראה, ירושלים יש משהו.
I have to say, this is if this is AI, this is pretty good AI. Not only does it look good, but even the audio, you hear the things like the wind ruffling up against the mic and stuff like that. Pretty darn good AI.
The best AI video I've seen in my entire life. But that's not surprising considering that Israel, of course, has secret advanced technique.
They do.
Which is how they did that, because
Yeah,
they
no
have
one said they're gonna
secret technology.
And that's kind of the thing, right? It's like the audio, there are all these little subtle things where I'm trying to look, okay, if this is AI, then what? And I'm looking at little things. Okay, I see someone's cell phone there. I'm seeing the cup, looking around. He's got his hand on the thing. It's got a bag in the chair and stuff like that. Looking at the background and so on. And so if you're saying this is AI, you're saying it's really, really, really good, top-notch AI. But then it's like, but what? Your AI can't get the number of fingers right, and it doesn't understand that if you take a big drink of a cup of coffee that it's supposed to be lower. And so you're simultaneous. It's like they do with the Jews always. They're simultaneously claiming that they are the greatest masterminds of all time in deceiving people, and that they're really stupid and bumbling what they do all the time, right? So these guys are like masters of AI and somehow making these messed up blunders and giving him the wrong number of fingers and stuff. It's like, okay, you kind of have to pick. You kind of have to pick. Are these the greatest AI people of all time, or are they bumbling morons? And so you just have to say, well, it's kind of a team, and some of the people on the team are awesome, and some of the people on the team are idiots, and they just kind of flip a coin on who's going to make their video.
No, it's, what you don't get it is the Jews are the most intelligent, genius, evil masterminds, but I got them all figured out because I am even smarter than them. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
יפה מזה? אין על ירושלים, אין, נהדר.
הוא השתגע מזה.
תשמע, אני זוכר את זה.
אתה זוכר? קוראים לו גיא.
זה היה במטוס, אוקיי, תמסרו לו דש. איזה יופי. שלום. שלום לכם. גם אתם יצאתם קצת להתעורר?
קצת להתעורר. כמובן שיש מרחב מוגן במקום כזה.
מרחב מוגן, איפה את יודעת?
ממש שמה, בטח. א' ב' זה לבדוק.
כמה צעדים מכאן, נכון?
כמה צעדים.
יופי, זה הכי חשוב.
Hey, he just said Hakikachu. What? Look at this.
זה הכי חשוב.
What, you catch that?
Hey, he said Hakikachu. It's very
Dude, you
obvious.
should make a video out of that. Why is Netanyahu talking about Daniel Hakikachu?
יופי, זה הכי חשוב.
Did you guys take care of that Hakikachu?
You guys take care of Hakikachu. He's on my list that I'm about to show. The Mike Huckabee, the list with Hakikachu. Here we go.
So here's how it went.
Exactly.
He said shalom. They said shalom, and then he asked, "How are you guys doing?" They said, "We're doing well." And he said, "Well, I hear that the Hakikachu guy is still alive. So what's the problem?"
Yeah, what's up? What's up? You can't wear that jacket without taking out Hakikachu.
יופי, זה הכי חשוב.
ננצח ואנחנו נשמור על עצמנו.
מצוין, זה בדיוק.
חד משמעית.
את אמרת הכי טוב. תשמע, זה הכי חשוב.
Hey, yeah. She said, who is the ultimate enemy of Israel? The one you're most scared of?
מכאן, נכון? יופי, זה הכי חשוב.
ננצח ואנחנו נשמור על עצמנו.
מצוין, זה בדיוק.
חד משמעית.
את אמרת הכי טוב. תשמע, הציבור מבין את העניין. אבל הנה הפרט הכי חשוב. איך קוראים לך?
He said it
מה
again.
ששיר אמר ואת?
How many times did you say Hakikachu?
אבל הנה הפרט הכי חשוב. איך קוראים לך? מה ששיר אמר ואת?
שיר גם.
יש לנו שני
Is that all this guy talks about?
שירים כאן. מה ששיר ושיר אמרו זה הדבר המרכזי. צריך להבין, זה דורש אורך רוח, אבל זה גם אפשר לפעמים לצאת לרוח, להתאוורר, אבל תמיד להיות ליד מרחב מוגן, וגם פה יש.
All right, so guys,
He
there you have
said
it.
something about the soul or the spirit, and what he means by that is that Daniel Hakikachu has no soul and has no spirit, and therefore we need to take care of him. I think that's what he's saying there. He's obsessed with Daniel Hakikachu, man.
Hold up. Hang on.
Pretty messed up.
Ash says, he's obsessed with our guys, you see.
See, he's obsessed with Issa.
Look at this. She had 12 fingers. Hang on.
פה עם שיר ושיר.
Look at all their extra fingers.
What?
Each person has 12 fingers. Look up. Look at her hand. The hand is totally wrong. She has 12 fingers on each hand. Look at her sitting there. Look at her sitting there. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 fingers and 3 feet. And don't even get me started on that fake dog. Look at this guy. He's actually pointing one finger, but look at all his other fingers. 12. Huh. All right.
Touch your screen and see if you can feel the hair of a dog. You can't. Therefore, it's AI.
Totally AI. So notice this, like Candace Owens' biggest fan, this Candace Owens wannabe. This is totally fake. I showed this to 4 different. You just watched the video she's responding to. I showed this video to 4 different professionals, and they all said the same thing. It's fake. Okay, well, I showed it to 1 million professionals, and they all said it's 100% real. See how easy it is to say stuff, Elizabeth? You got to provide the proof. Tell us where it's AI. And here we have Candace Owens. There is a pound of makeup on his face. This is for the next one we're going to watch. There is a pound of makeup on his face, and he's shooting SNL skits with Mike Huckabee while missing serious meetings. Everything is wrong. You don't need to produce skits to prove you're alive. You just have to go on living. All right. And then she's responding to Alexander Duggan here, who says, Netanyahu appearances still look very strange somehow. We're going to go ahead and check out what that's about. Ready?
Oh, wait, she actually interacts with Dugan. That's kind of funny. Remember, we talked about him yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Actually, though, he posted 2 speeches before the Huckabee clip. And both were called
To
AI.
the brave people of Iran, I wish you, as I do every year, a happy holiday season.
And I have to say, if I wanted to go after one, I'd go after this one because the audio sounds rough, considering it has a lapel mic on. It sounds like it's just recording through the camera and that no one actually turned the mic on or something like that.
Beginning with the Festival of Lights. It signifies the age-old belief of the Iranian people that light will triumph over darkness, that good will triumph over evil. This year,
This holiday has special meaning. Celebrate it with your friends, your family, your loved ones. I take this opportunity to wish you a happy Nowruz, a year of freedom, a new beginning of hope to all of you, my dear friends. Nowruz Piruz, Payonde Iran.
So there, I haven't looked at all the responses and stuff like that, but the thing I saw about this was they were saying, he didn't mention the war. He didn't mention the war. So obviously this was made some other time. So the idea was this was made some other year because he didn't mention the war. As if you want to tell Iranians to have a great holiday and you say, and don't forget the war. So release that one, and then another speech that they also said is AI. So here we go.
הבוקר חיסלנו את עלי לריג'ני. עלי לריג'ני זה הבוס של משמרות המהפכה, שזה חבורת הגנגסטרים שמנהלת בפועל את איראן. אנחנו חיסלנו לצידו גם את...
Some people are saying green screen background. Oh yeah, I would agree to that.
He said something about gangsters.
Not for this, but not for this clip, but for a lot of the clips, yeah, I would think green screen background.
חבורת הגנגסטרים
he did say
שמנהלת
what a gangster.
בפועל משמרות המהפכה, שזה חבורת הגנגסטרים שמנהלת... חבורת הגנגסטרים שמנהלת בפועל את איראן. אנחנו חיסלנו לצידו גם את מפקד הבסיס, זה העוזרים של הגנגסטרים, שהם מפיצים טרור.
Yeah, so I did not see what they're claiming this.
You said Nazi.
I did not see what they're claiming proves this is AI. Oh, look, a jump cut. Oh, look, it zoomed in. Why would they do that unless it's AI? So, I'm sure they're calling this AI for some reason, but yeah, I didn't check that one out as far as how they know that that one is fake. But we've got
She said fake, but that's wrong.
Yeah, we got one more, and that's this clip from today with Mike Huckabee, which they're definitely saying this is AI, and they know.
Yeah, I sent you another video.
I want you to know the president.
I sent you another video of showing and which people say is AI. It's in the chat, just so you know.
Is it in the chat? Send it. Just text it to me, man.
Fine.
I'm on different computers, man. You're saying it's in the chat, then it's on this one. If we're watching stuff, I'd rather edit it on my. All right, so this is Mike Huckabee.
Asked me to come and make sure you were okay.
Yes, Mike.
Hang on, that's funny. He said the president asked me to come and make sure you're okay because everyone's saying he's gone. So here's where you actually get Mike Huckabee in on this, guys, because Mike Huckabee actually sent this out as well. And so he's being condemned for being part of the conspiracy to cover up Netanyahu's death, which is rough because once it's eventually acknowledged that this is all AI, Mike Huckabee is going to have to apologize for why he took part in this dastardly deed.
Mister, I wanted you to know the president asked me to come and make sure you were okay.
Yes, Mike. Yes, I'm alive.
I checked that, and I'm happy to see that. But he wanted to make sure because, you guys get along too well.
I know, and we shake hands with 5 fingers in each hand, But I have to tell you, I'm alive, but I have this card.
Oh.
And, don't read it. So it's a punch card.
Mm-hmm.
Today I erased 2 names on the punch cards, and you see how many more to go on this batch.
You know what the good news is? My name is not on the punch card.
Your name is on the list of the good guys.
Thank you.
And what the president, the U.S. forces, are doing is incredible. We're very proud to stand shoulder to shoulder with them. And getting rid of these lunatics who would like to develop nuclear weapons and the means to deliver them to every American city after wiping out Israel. They ain't going to do that.
Peace.
Them out. I love it.
Peace.
Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Good to see you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks. Take care.
So 100% fake. Here, what I saw people complaining about were these little, let me see where they are, but they're little jump cuts along the way. Trying to see where they are. There are these little breaks in the video, which is weird, again, because they have the all-time best people on the planet doing their AI. Let's see if we can see one. So guys, jump cuts where it kind of jumps. It just jumps from one scene to the next a little bit. Let's see.
Come and make sure you were okay.
Yes, Mike.
Do you catch that? Look at that right there. Watch. You'll see the camera jump.
Yes, Mike.
See that?
Yes.
That's what they're pointing to.
Yes, Mike. Yes. Yes, Mike. Yes, Mike. Yes. Yes, Mike. Yes. I'm alive.
I checked
Look at his
that,
legs.
and I'm happy
Look
to
how
see
he's
that,
walking.
but he wanted to make sure because...
You see that? And you see that little glitch right there? Look at this glitch.
But he wanted to make sure
See
because...
that? Glitch in the Matrix, guys. Glitch in the Matrix.
Happy to see that, but he wanted to make sure because...
See that? Those
you
are the
guys
things
get
they're pointing
along too
out.
well.
I know, and we shake hands with 5 fingers in each hand. But I have to tell you, I'm alive, but I have this card.
Oh.
And don't read it. So it's a punch card.
Mm-hmm.
Today I erased 2 names on the punch cards, and you see how many more to go.
It's kind of cold as ice, right? He's saying I got a list, and it's a punch card. And it's like a punch card, like, hey, you buy 10 yogurts, you get 11th one for free. And he's like, I got a punch card. It's got all these names on it. Today I knocked two people off this. It's kind of cold as ice, man. What you sent me Jai's video, man.
Yes.
Yeah, which has a bunch of music in it.
Oh, well, you don't have to play the music.
I know. So now I have to take out all the music, or just play it without the sound on. But I would forget.
Huh.
One second. Just to be on
Such
the safe side.
great problems.
Huh?
Such great problems.
What's great problems?
That you have to do like a little few seconds of editing.
I know, man. They call these third world problems. What are you laughing at? All right, guys, I'm just getting this clip ready because Jai and AP insisted. Once you see it, you're going to be like, oh, my goodness, I can't believe we had to wait an extra 7 hours to make that clip. But if I don't play it, they'll complain for the next 3 months going, but you never played the clip. I can't believe this. We don't like you anymore. So you just
Play
do
it now. I want you to play it now.
1 second. I'm going to render this. Took out the sound.
Look at all the trouble that you're going through. If you could just, when you could just simply play the video directly from your Twitter page.
Why would I do that? I'm not a dork. All right, so guys, let's just glance at these comments here. So we had Candace, of course. We have Candace, and so this is her responding to this Mike Huckabee clip. And she says, there is a pound of makeup on his face, and he's shooting SNL skits with Mike Huckabee while missing serious meetings. Everything is wrong. You don't need to produce skits to prove your life. You just have to go on living.
Normally,
he never real has or not?
makeup on his face, but this time he does. Why?
And I don't get it. She's saying there's makeup caked on his face. Well, okay, is he alive or not, Candace? That's what people are discussing. So, let's see. Do we have any sort of... I can't get a good close-up to see if there's makeup caked on his face. But let's assume there's makeup caked on his face. Is he a corpse? Is he an animatronic corpse, Candace? Because that's what people are saying.
That. We don't know that. We do not know that.
In other words, is this actually Netanyahu walking around? If it is, then you can say, oh, but he's wearing a lot of makeup. Maybe his skin's not looking good nowadays. All right, he's like 1 million years old. That's not an issue. Is he alive?
His skin not looking good? His skin is not looking good because he's dead. Everybody knows that.
That's what I'm wondering. Like, you think he's a zombie? Are you thinking he's a zombie and they're putting tons of makeup on to cover up the fact that he's a zombie? Is that what you're saying? Or is he an actual person, an actual human being?
Why did you call him a human being if you could just call him Benjamin Netanyahu? It looks like you're trying to cover up for him. Everybody knows
he's a zombie. Are zombies even humans?
Why did you even have to point out that he's a human being? You see, you're in on it.
What do you guys think? Is this this looks real? I agree. There are these little glitches. I don't know what they're recording on and stuff like that. But there are some weird little glitches here. I'll show you one again.
Okay.
Yes, Mike.
I don't know. Is that a mistake that is associated with AI and not just someone's camera having little glitches?
Yes.
All right. AP says yes. All right, guys. But we have one more clip. We were officially done, but we have one more clip because Jai and AP insisted on it. And this is the ultimate proof. I cut out the music. The music is cool. You can go to Jai. You can go to Jai's page on X if you want the video with the music, but here it is without the music. And if you were at all convinced that Netanyahu is no longer with us, how do you explain this? Boom! Didn't spill a drop. And look at that. The coffee level is lower. The coffee level is lower. Explain that. Look at that. I'm going in slow-mo. You don't see any glitches here. AI doesn't make any glitches. Look at this. AI doesn't make glitches. Going backwards. It's even more impressive going backwards. And look at that. It's really impressive because he lands, it's like a 2-foot landing, but only 1 foot is on the counter. One's kind of on the side like Spider-Man. Look at that. Like Spider-Man. He shows his hand. You telling me Iran would stand a chance against this guy? Look at this.
Hey, pause when he's right in the air with his feet up.
What? Yeah, let's count his feet. Look, he has 6 legs.
Man.
And boom, perfect landing. Doesn't
See, people
spill.
say this is AI. What about this looks like AI to you?
It looks real, and that's the point. I guess that's the point. AI looks real, guys. AI looks real. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Okay, guys. So we got the super chats to remaining super chats to check out, but I'm gonna do a poll. Not the way Muhammad did a poll, but I'm gonna do a poll here. What? We're laughing at
Nothing.
Start a poll. Is Benjamin Netanyahu dead or alive? He's dead. He's alive. All right. There you've got it. There you've got it. We're going to see. We're going to see where the truth lies. And this is official, guys. This is official. Once we're not tolerating any more responses after this. Let's see. Looking for where we stop with the chats here. Let's see.
I just cast my vote. I want everybody to know that. So.
Well, Says, can you do another poll for Muhammad? Yeah, Muhammad would love that. Let's see. No Christian who reads their Bible should be surprised at the left and right in the U.S. turning against Israel. Come quickly, Lord Jesus. He's hiding in Talmudic tunnels. That's where he really is. I'm sorry about your mom. May she rest in peace. Ze Hachi Khashuv means that's the most important. Oh, wait, is that for the Hakikachu?
Ze Hachi Khashuv. Oh, yeah.
I'm screenshotting that.
Hachi Khashuv.
Wait, Daniel Hakikachu's name in Hebrew is that's the most important? Do not tell him that. Do not tell him that. That dude's ego's big enough.
Hachi Khashuv. That would be it. That's, yeah, that's exactly.
Hachi Khashuv. Hakikachu. Sounds exactly like Hakikachu. Huh. Maybe, just maybe, he's in a bunker because there was a war on, and the propaganda machine needs to protect leadership. You know, just like see Germans. Wait a minute. I would expect him to be safe in a bunker somewhere, not just from rockets and stuff. You got to worry about assassins and everything else. So you want to keep your leader very, very safe. I know U.S. coffee sucks, but what about Israeli coffee? How does it compare with Aussie coffee? I'm 40 minutes behind because of my son's doctor's appointment.
That's a funny thing. And there was a time when people were, I guess it's still the case, where people were protesting Starbucks because of supposed Starbucks relations to Israel or something like that. And the fun fact is that Starbucks doesn't even have any branches in Israel, because they opened branches in Israel but had to shut down because nobody was getting Starbucks because they like their own coffee much better than Starbucks coffee. I didn't have much there, so I can't really say much about it. Maybe I should have taken consideration.
I'm trying to recall. I don't recall because we were getting I was getting coffee drinks at the convenience stores we were going to.
Yeah.
Like the iced coffee drinks and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't recall enough to know one way or another. Is it Turkish coffee or Greek coffee that's like mud at the bottom?
Turkish.
So Greek, stolen by Turkey. Yeah, that I like that stuff. I like that Greek coffee that the Turks stole.
But Turkish coffee is much muddier than Greek coffee. Greek coffee is nicer, but Turkish coffee is much muddier, and some people like that for some reason. But it's basically the same thing, and the Turks just stole it. So.
They only have 5 fingers on their hand, but everyone in my family has 6. My parents may be first cousins, but even I'm smart enough to see that's AI. There you have it. Proof. Wouldn't it be funny, like people in families with 6 fingers are like, that's clearly AI. They only have 5 fingers, unlike us. With the way things are going, the rumor may have been started by BB himself for some 4D chess move. It's another psyop, no zoot. That wouldn't surprise me either. That sounds like something. That sounds like something funny me and AP would come up with if we were running. They'd be like, "Hey, let's start a rumor. Let's start a rumor that we've been taken out by these powerful missiles." If you want to see how calculated Netanyahu is, he wanted to take out the list. Then Huckabee spoke. He returned his hand and waited for opportunity. Smart. Why does it seem like WWE backstage footage? Yeah, that did right there.
Because it is.
Yeah. Mario Yahoo had a 1-up. Aren't we, the people of this world, entitled to a higher IQ of conspiratard? Before you know it, Mandace is going to start having dreams about BB. Yeah, we've mentioned that. And guys, yeah, that is the concern. It's where things are heading. Like, everyone's joining some conspiracy club, and AI is helping them keep people in the conspiracy nonsense. And it's like, what's it going to be like 5 years from now? I think most people will agree that's actually him. That's what I thought, but we're going to let the people decide. Nothing zombie. 6 legs won't register to them because they already think Jews have 6 legs. They'd be like, yes, this is clearly AI. That video he only has 2 legs. Progressive poisoned the Democrat Party, which is why I left. They hate white men, ally with Islamists, and allow immigrants with incompatible values. Oh, yeah, you got problems on the left. Have you checked out the right? Looks like there's problems all around. Mossad should find out who wrote the Torah. They will. Real. Ashkenazim are known for jumping ability. Not me. I'm 2.7%. I'm 2.7% Ashkenazi Jew, 100% dope. But I can't jump very low. He's not a zombie.
He's a Nazi.
He's not a zombie. He's actually a vampire. And we have D. Wood in AP. Is it okay if I revert to Islam for the duration of Ramadan, but only at night, though? It'd be fine with them. It'd be fine with them. They probably put you all over. Look, another one has reverted because the power of our argument, our powerful based arguments. Hey, shout out to Roy and everyone else who gifted Apologetics Roadshow memberships. How do I get off of this? Checking the poll here. Oh, 85% of people think he's alive. And then 15% are groypers.
Not necessarily true. I also voted that he's dead, but I think he's alive. So.
You are 100% Jew, David. Give it up. We got almost 500 votes. Hey, guys. All right. We've covered everything. Wanted to check out all those videos. Wait a minute. Did I look at these last? No, we got this last one here. So check this out. Ambassador Mike Huckabee. This is just a proof. This is the proof, guys. Hang on. Let me take this down. Look. So Mike Huckabee posted this picture. Wait a minute. Wait. Hang on. These are the little things. These are the little things you test, ladies and gentlemen. These are the little things you test, right? I do not recall what they were wearing and so on. But if you want to see, so this is a picture taken outside. Let's see. That's Prime Minister's office. Huh. So he's right outside the office. Not in a bunker. But look there. So you have Benjamin Netanyahu, dark suit, red tie. He's got a pin on the left there. And then you've got Huckabee, dark suit, looks like gray tie, but the sun is blasting right on it, so not sure. And we will see if this matches up with what we saw in the video or not.
Mr. Prime Minister, I wanted you to know the president...
1 second, take this down. Oh, yes, it does. Pins match. Okay, pins match, ties match, suits match. Okay.
You see, this proves that it's AI. They copied the very same clothes and put in the other video.
Okay, so anyway, those are the little things. Those are the little things you look for, guys. Those are the little things you look for if you're trying to see it. And I'm saying that because people said the coffee video is fake. Coffee video is fake, but the coffee shop also posted pictures on whatever it was, Facebook or Instagram or something like that for their shop. And there's pictures of him inside and outside. And so anyway, they had to make all those pictures match up with the fake video and have the coffee shop in on the conspiracy. And here they have Mike Huckabee in on the conspiracy because he's saying it. He says, my meeting with Israeli PM was today. He sure looked alive and was in great spirits. News to the contrary. Phony as a kosher pork chop. Hey, don't be bringing delicious pork chops into this, man. But picture, okay, that's Mike Huckabee. And then we get the response from the Muslim cowboy. Wait, no, that's the Muslim cowboy. Perpetuating this lie just made you lose the 0.00001% of your credibility you had left. Yahoo! Think I'll go bang a goat. All right. So people are saying that now, just not saying that now they're not just saying that Netanyahu is no longer with us. They're saying they're condemning Mike Huckabee for destroying his credibility by duping people into thinking that Netanyahu is still alive. And apparently it's worked with some of you because 555 of you has voted and 85% of you think he's still alive. So Mike Huckabee has done a number on your brains, apparently. All right, guys, final thoughts on any of this? Just wanted to go through all the evidence so people know where the evidence stands.
I don't have thoughts.
I thought something that kind of, it's just bizarre to me. It's like they care so much about, Bibi. Why don't they care about Jelani? Why don't they make videos about Jelani from Syria? I don't know. I think that's why aren't people so obsessed with him? It's like very shocking. I don't get it.
Hey, what's this about, AP? Hi, can you explain what Yahoo, I'm assuming you mean Benjamin Netanyahu, meant by Jews winning their next battle against Rome when asked what he's reading? Isn't the U.S. and the West the new Rome?
It's from a clip where Netanyahu is asked by some guy what he's currently reading, and he says that he's reading a book that's called The Jews versus Rome. And then he's asked why he's reading that. And he says, oh, well, because we lost that one, so we'll win the next one. That's what he says. And
so
some people, of course...
Something that me just hearing it from you would be that I would take as a joke. Because, guys, the Romans did a number. They destroyed their temple, leveled that place, then let them stay there for a while, and then rebellion the next century, and then leveled everything, and then got rid of most of the population. And so he's reading something about that apparently, and then is asked, hey, what are you reading? I'm reading about our war with Rome. Oh, why are you reading that? Because we lost that one. Going to win the next one. You see, this is Netanyahu admitting that the United States is the new Rome and that he's deliberately leading them into global wars to destroy them.
You know what's the funniest thing about the clip? The funniest thing is it was publicized very, very much by Turkish Islamist news networks, and the clip cuts, like he obviously continues speaking. I have it right in front of me. I just searched for it. So the guy says, what are you reading? It says Jews versus Rome. What made you pick it? Then he briefly stops. Then he smilingly says, well, we lost that one, and I think we have to win the next. And then he continues talking. And then they just cut off the video right there. And they interpret that as, look, he's declaring that Europe is that Europe is next. And this is shared by an Islamic news outlet. Who is treating Europe as the next? Is it the Jews or is it the Islamists?
Yeah, so Elizabeth 9, if you're taking that sort of, oops, Netanyahu just accidentally blurted out that he's trying to destroy the West in retaliation for the original war with Rome. You're kind of back to, are they masterminds or are they biggest idiots in the world?
It's like...
they're actually planning that. We just blurt it out like that.
Like
he couldn't help it. He couldn't help but blurt it out because he hates them so much.
My next move will be to turn on those who support me, and I will take them down. And nobody will be able to stop me, and no one will see this coming. And I am giving you all of this information right now. It's like a cartoon villain, man.
Yep, gotta love the cartoon villains. Mm-hmm. They blurt out their plans. Everyone. Then we have Easy Way to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr. I know a number of people who quit after reading it, and I am one of them. It actually makes quitting easy. Yeah, so, yeah, I I gave a number of thoughts on bad habits and addictions and so on, but I've never been addicted to cigarettes, so you might want to listen to people who do. So check this out. Easy Way to Quit Smoking by Alan Carr. So check that out. And then you have you know what's weird? Like back in the day, parents would catch their kids smoking and they would say, all right, you're going to smoke 3 packs. And you think, why are you making them smoke 3 packs, man? Or even smoking a whole pack or something like that. Why would you do that to the kid? Well, the reason is it makes you horribly sick, and they're going to spend the rest of the day throwing up. But it actually wires your brain to associate cigarettes with the horrible sickness, and you're repulsed by the thought of cigarettes again. It's just weird that there's like people did stuff back in the day that sounds like, are you guys crazy? But it would actually work.
If I was a smoker and my parents said, okay, now you're going to smoke 3 packages, 3 packs, and I'll be like, oh, thanks.
No, it's not. Because that's when you'd catch some like 12-year-old trying a cigarette, trying to be cool with his friends. He's like, going to smoke these 3 packs. And then he gets horribly sick. And then the next time one of his friends offer him a cigarette, he's not like you. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm really addicted now because of all those cigarettes my parents made me smoke.
They're weaklings. That's why.
And here we have last one. Iran, Russia, China, and others run sophisticated anti-Western propaganda networks using bots and Western sympathizers. Ryan Macbeth and The China Show, Matt and Winston's explain and expose this as well. And yeah, I mentioned early on that some of the posts using the exact same words are on all these amazing channels that I only started seeing once the Iran war started. And a bunch of them have brand new, huge followings and stuff, which is obviously a mix of real people who are stupid and tons of bots. But they're all over the place. And getting disturbing. There needs to be a way to cut through that. Phil says,
early on, hey man, I think I might call myself Early On.
What?
Early On sounds like a cool name in a fictional universe. I was just thinking about that.
You're thinking your name would be Early On?
Yeah, Early On. Like ERLEON.
Earl, E, or Eon. Like EYON, Eon. Earl, Eon.
RLEON.
And I'll be Ang, like Ang Lee, but I'll be Ang On.
Nice.
Phil says, my father let me try a cigarette and made me inhale when I was 12. I puked immediately and I never smoked a cigarette. Not great, but it worked. Haha. Yep. Yeah, imagine smoking a couple of packs after parents catch you and being horribly sick for the next couple of days. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys. Any final thoughts from anyone before I close out?
No final thoughts from Early On.
Well, thank you for having me yet again on Impromptu Entry, and always very interesting conversations here. It's always fun. Deeply appreciate it.
You need to thank anybody for that you let yourself in.
Yeah.
I was welcomed in. I knocked on the door, and then the door was open. So
that's what I mean. Issa's like Kramer on Seinfeld. He just storms in the door and stuff like that. And then thanks for having me. Like, oh yeah. Oh, you're welcome, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you guys thoughts? I mean, everyone out there who wants to quit smoking, yep, do that. Just know your body can deal with those things for a long time. It catches up with you. Over time, and so try to be healthy. All right, guys. Far as I know, I'll be on with Hatun tomorrow at 8 p.m. over on her channel. I should have a video out tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Catch y'all next time. Oh, wait, let me screenshot this for posterity's sake. This poll. 716 votes. All right. Catch y'all next time.
Early On.